Boo! I'm very few minutes late. Ah! Hello. Where is my stool? Hello. Me signing in. Good evening. I was waiting for the water to boil. I boiled like a full load in the kettle. So it took a while. My bad. I'm here now. Okay. How are we today? Hello. Have I said I signed in yet? me signing in? Me signing I'm running a little bit like behind than usual. I'm not gonna lie. I was in Star Rail earlier and I saw that Apocalyptic Shadows resetted. And so my brain was like, I'll dip my feet in and see if I can clear it. I can clear it because I own Finon. Motherfucker is literally like a cheat code. So no surprise there, you can clear it. The issue is that I put a challenge to myself and now I will have to do that. We'll try to do that for the rest of this week and we'll see if I clear it. But I'm not going to talk about it because if I talk about it, that means I'm probably not going to be able to clear it. But if I don't talk about it, you guys will never know what I was trying. Meaning, if it ended up in total failure, no one will know but me. And that's the plan. But that is like kind of half occupying my brain, I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, I was just rushing a little bit. I don't know if you guys noticed the waiting room today was a little bit late again. I told myself to do it after work and then I just blanked out, I'm not gonna lie. I think I was trying to finish my 𝐧𝐶 weekly before the week resetted actually. I was trying to do it with the highest like difficulty and then I failed miserably. So I had to like turn off the difficulty and then clear it normally so that I got my rewards. That's also my fault. Everything is just going down because of my own decisions. I can only imagine what playing through Investigation's gonna be like today. Will I sabotage myself? We'll see. Anyways. Hello Penta, hello Mesla. Just checking in. Thank you for stopping by. Hello Bog. Ah, what the fuck? You happy now that I act like I'm scared of people? Yes, actually, immensely. Thank you. As someone that doesn't like horror, there's like no chance in hell I'm gonna ever be able to like properly scare someone. So you fulfilled that desire in my heart. Thank you. As someone that is scared of horror, how am I supposed to scare other people when I'm too scared myself? Accidentally scaring someone that isn't paying attention doesn't count, by the way. It's very easy to do. Oh, actually, no. I mask my presence so much, sometimes I spook people just from doing that. I mean, I don't do that, like, purposefully. I'm just not really aware. I mask my presence so much that I forget that, I hadn't talked for, like, the past hour or something, and so when I gotta be like, oh, wait. And then I scare the shit out of my friends. I do a one-liner, they're like, ah! Sorry, guys. I forgot I had a voice box. Okay, let me open the game. I'm the kind of person, especially in a friend group, I'm the person that's quiet. I'm that kind of person. I don't really contribute to the conversation. I like listening. I don't care about other waiting room. I just wake up. Well, good. If no one realized the waiting room was late today, then yeah, that's perfect. That's actually fantastic. Then you know what? The waiting room wasn't late at all today. That was just me trying to test you guys. Yeah. Did you guys know the waiting room was late today? See, it's not my fault. It was a test this entire time. It cost you 20 bucks. Expected to make PayPal by midnight tonight. Crazy! I didn't know I was paying for a service. What the fuck? I thought this was just someone being generous. Oh my god, I got scammed. Can't trust people nowadays. Or they just want things from you now. Oh, hold on. Let me turn off the music. Sorry, the investigations music is so damn fucking loud. Okay, so today we are starting into the last and final case of Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutors Gambit. I forgot my hair clip was on the top of my head. And so this is the finale, but we are only just starting into it, and it's gonna be a long one. So sit back, guys. It will probably take this week and next week. It shouldn't take that long, but I'm definitely not gonna be able to clear it in just this week, purely because I'm just not that kind of player. I don't have that big of a brain. But this means we're in the final stretch, so I'm really excited to see how. Because we still have new characters to meet, right? And so I'm excited to properly meet them and then actually read what the official translations are. And hopefully after playing this game for the second time, I'll actually retain my my memory of everything that happens in the damn game. Because I can't seem to ever remember. Surely 2 playthroughs is what's gonna get it in my noggin. And luckily for you, I did notice that the waiting room was late today. God damn it. Damn it. No! Okay. There's the game. Usually have karaoke and Discord voice chat. Karaoke? Wait, can you do that in a Discord voice chat? Wouldn't there be like desync? Oh, unless you only play the music from your side, huh? That sounds fun. It's been a really long time since I've last gone to a karaoke. Karaoke's are really fun. This coming from someone that never sang karaoke before. I like it. I like the hype of it. You know, you just go like clap and cheer like for your friends to like sing and stuff. And there's sometimes if like the karaoke place would have like little instruments and you would just like tap them, ting ting. I think that's what makes it fun. I think this is coming from someone that's never actually been to a concert before, like a live concert. I've never gone. I've always wanted to go to a concert, but there's been like multiple concerts that I could have considered going to, but I've just never taken the step to because I've been too nervous. And so like when you have a karaoke with your friends, it's like a smaller concert in a way. I think that's fun. I don't know. I started rambling. Pay for it because midnight tonight is already actually. That means I would have technically 24 more hours. Crazy. I'm still not giving you those $20. You can't scam me. How was I supposed to know that was a service? If I knew that was a service, I wouldn't have asked for it. See, now that I know, you're banned from being scared in my chat ever again. If I ever try to scare, you better not send in a reaction. I'm not paying a dime. Recover from the self-loss after a Harvest Moon streams due to Ace Attorney. Did it? Has it? I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely don't pay enough attention to my sub count because I don't do shorts anymore. I don't make YouTube shorts anymore, which I really should start doing, but everything's gone out of whack that I need to take time to get back into video editing. But I only ever noticed it during then. But now that I've stopped, I haven't like cared at all. I mean, mean, if you think about it, I've been playing Ace Attorney for like the past 2 years, so like most of the people, right, that come in during the Ace Attorney streams, they're the ones that I've like seen. Like I'm saying like the lurkers, because I know there is some AA like fan lurkers out there. It's because they've been playing it for so long, and so they're like, oh, this guy is playing again. Let's see their reaction. That's how my brain works in trying to figure it out. Anyways, let's go in this. Let's watch the opening cutscene for this. I can't remember how this one goes. Episode 5, Turnabout for the Ages. Oh, spooky! Oh my god, what's going on? Oh! Boom! Oh! Oh! What's going on? What is that? Oh! Why they got eyelashes for days, bro? Godzilla? I thought this was an Ace Attorney game! I thought this was a game about law. What the fuck? What the? I still can't get over it, I swear. how this case starts, or like the main like focus of this case, I guess, that never fails to make me laugh. I'm not gonna lie. Why? why was that the theme? No one knows. All right, April 6th, 10:02 a.m. Big Building Plaza. So we're back here. We've got Kay. She's all back to she's back to herself now. So we're happy to see her alive and well again. And then we also have Lotta Hart. Straight off with a southern accent. I'm not prepared whatsoever. We're just gonna have to try and warm up to it. I apologize. What's next for the great 𝐢𝐧𝐟𝐨, huh? Wait, you are serious about not being a prosecutor no more, ain't ya? Yes, I am. No longer a prosecutor. It's hard to believe. And yet?
Can't stop thinking about what Mr. 𝐷𝐿𝐴 said.
Me neither. Me neither? Me either. So, in the ending of the last case, we heard a little noise coming from the walkie-talkie. And it turned out to be good old Shelly the Killer. So Shelly the Killer, for those that do know Ace Attorney, is a reoccurring character. And for those that don't know and have only been paying attention during this game, is the motherfucker from the first case. The good old ice cream man, the one in pink. That guy. Hey, excuse me. Oh my god. So something big is like looming, you know? Maybe it is that little Godzilla over there. So something's up, and we also know that because we've got the forged letter here, which is also from the last case, and it says, Rosie, thanks so much for agreeing to help with my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. Kay. Kay never wrote this. She doesn't remember writing this whatsoever. So it's a forged letter. As you see, it's coated in blood. It was in, what's her name? It was in the victim, the last case's victim's coat. That's why it's in blood. We gotta figure out what the fuck everything's going on. This isn't over. Oh my god, jump scare. We still don't know who the mysterious figure in the red raincoat at Gold Lake was. Oh yeah, I forgot. that also happened. Turns out, Kay was informed to go to Gold Lake, and that was how the incident started for the last case. So she got probably drugged, knocked out, and dragged to the big building here, and then everything spiraled down from there. So some motherfucker in the red raincoat and the person who wrote this letter or who really wrote that letter. We've been dancing to somebody else's tune this whole time, but whose? Still can't let it go, huh? You're like a dog with a danged bone, both of y'all. Y'all are. Well, I got me some reporting to do. Reporting to do? So I'll catch y'all some other time, I guess. Wow, you have a new story to chase already? Trying to patronize me, girlie? You bet I got new... I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry, Lotta. You bet I got new stories. More you can shake a stick at. Good reporter always has 3 or 4 leads bubbling away in the old scoop pot. Somebody, please! Whoa, what now? Please, you have to help me. Uh-huh. Do I know her? What's the matter? Something happened. There's a body. It looks almost like a monster might have... A monster? Well, I'll be. Anybody else smell the sweet, sweet smell of scoop soup? Seashells by seashore. This way, hurry. Oh my god, the way Lotta runs! Oh, she works fast. What's happened now? Well, indeed. I suppose there's only one way to find out. Will we ever get to see Lotta run like that again? That was really funny. 10:05 AM. Only 3 minutes had passed? Huh? These look like... Yup, footprints. This right here's photo gold. A lot of footprints, but how big would a creature have to be to leave prints like that? Miss Edgeworth, look! Oh dear. Shi Long Lang. What's he doing here? Wait, the guy on the floor, that's... No. Dijin Wang, the president of Zhangfa. We got to see him again! So quickly! Agent Lang! Mr. Prosecutor, how'd you get here so quick? What is going on here? Huh? You don't think that's exactly what I'm trying to figure out myself? Can't blame him for being on edge, I suppose. The leader of his country is dead. Speaking of which... Body's lying inside one of the footprints. What on earth happened to him? Monster! Monster? What the hell else y'all want me to say? Them right there's monster prints, mister. That big old bad old Torosaurus done stumped right through here. I ain't never been sure or nothing. What? And I suppose you mean you are sure? This right here is the scoop to scoop up all the other scoops and bury them 10 feet deep. Man trampled by a giant monster. They'll lead with that in every paper from here to Honolulu. I got him. Why? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that Lotta was still here. And so I was really hoping that we could have just put her voice to rest in the last case. But we continue on. Ridiculous, there's no such thing as monsters. Wait. Oh, so am I, Mr. Edgeworth. I am Dijin Wang. If it's on behalf of Zhangfa, I've not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis. Yes, that's what we've been looking for. I'm out to carry a contract, kill, assassinate President Ji-Wang. Did he finally manage to... You! Did you discover the body? Yes? That is, What are you doing, Agent Lang? I forgot he has this, like, whole thing he says. Lang Ji says, begin at the beginning with the first person to arrive at the scene. Well, did you really just discover the body? Yes, yes? Hey, go easy on her. Can't you see she's scared? I think he's in the mood to go easy on anybody. Nobody's getting it easy today. Do you have any idea who that is lying dead over there? That's President Wang, the leader of Zhangfa. Please, Agent Lang. You don't seem your usual self. In more ways than one, in fact. When we first met, you had more underlings than I could count. And you were known for your unrivaled arrest rate and your cool head under pressure. Now the underlings are gone, and you've forgotten the fundamentals of police work. What happened? Ugh. What did you just say? Shouldn't you be looking over the scene instead of accusing the first person you run into? Or is it me who's forgotten the fundamentals? Gah! I didn't need you to tell me how to do my job. I was just about to get started. Good. It seems to have calmed him down a little.
Should take a look around too, Miss Edgeworth.
Yes, I think we should. At least until the police arrive, I'm not strictly supposed to conduct investigations anymore.
Don't nobody need to do no looking around. I done told y'all who did this. It was Taurosaurus. Oh, my name ain't Lotta Hart. Wait. No. Who did this? What did it? Yeah, that.
Are you quite finished? We have an investigation to be getting on with. Step aside, please.
You don't order me around no more, mister. You step out of my damn great ways more like it. Yeah, I mess with this here scoop of mine and there'll be heck to pay and then some. Excuse me?
The woman who found the body. Where do I know her from?
You're Miss Edgeworth, right? Do you remember me?
Yes, of course. We met on, that case.
No way, you two know each other?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we do. From somewhere.
Great to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Wow, I never knew you had your own adorable little assistant. I'm Penny Nichols. I work over at Global Studios. I'm in charge of props. It's nice to meet you.
Ah, of course. One of my old cases involved a murder on the set of the Steel Samurai TV show. She was a member of the crew and thus a person of interest. The fact that she got reduced to assistant, very sad, even though she's a reoccurring character. Excuse me, oh my god. Our paths must have crossed several times while it was all going on. And yet, I'd completely forgotten her. Heck, oh my god. It's good to see you again. So, if you're here, I guess that means...
That's right. We're here on location filming for Global Studios. It's kind of a big feature to tell you the truth. I was first in today, wanted to make an early start. But then I noticed something was wrong. The footprints and the body.
I'll take a closer look at the body in just a moment. In the meantime, can I ask you to notify the police?
Yes, of course, right away.
Need to speak to her at length a little later. First, let's go over the scene. There's plenty to look at besides the body. I need to examine everything in detail. Dun dun dun. Oopsie. Yeah, let's do a save here. My friend's singing at 2 AM. 2 AM, oh my god. Isn't that like prime time to the karaoke if you think about it there? Same video, he chose a random song thinking it's an old anime song and I was like, so it's a- oh my god! Military song. I'm trying to remember. What were the karaoke machines like in Japan? They're all they're different in each place, aren't they? But I'm trying to remember. I think that yeah, they were all written in Japanese, so we weren't able to like figure out some of the songs. I remember like with my classmate, they were trying to like find a lot of anime songs, and I was really surprised that they knew some of the animes because I didn't know. Hold on, how do I? Hold on. Yeah, I didn't know that they knew those animes at the time because I feel like I would have talked with them a bit more, but then I realized I never really talked with anyone in school about like things I had watched. Like, what? It was one of the really popular animes at the time? I'm trying to remember. So even though I did watch it myself, I don't really watch that kind of genre anyways. So even if we did talk, we probably wouldn't have talked that much. But I was shocked. I was shocked that like, this was on a school tour, by the way. I was surprised that someone out of the group actually knew the anime songs, because there is like a few English songs, and so they like you would sing those usually. But mostly, yeah, mostly everything was in Japanese, so it was hard to figure out what to do. It's been a really long time since I've last done a karaoke, so I can't remember what. Hold on. No, the more I try to rack my memory, the more like forged it becomes in my brain. There's still a chance for you to make a long video. I've told myself multiple times to do one, and then I've just kind of like scrapped all of them. Just because I haven't been like satisfied. I've always wanted to do like a long serious one. Like one of the games that I played on stream and like compiled them like together. But that takes a lot of time. And a lot of rewatching. But I've always like that's just like one of the videos. Like there's definitely other things that I could try and make videos of, but I just haven't been satisfied with like the ideas that I've had. Well, you found out while singing with my friends. Really? That's funny. Multitasking. Wait, like drawing the fan out while singing. Oh my god. You love voice acting in this case. Every one of your favorite voices are here, except one Karma and Bad, maybe. What do you mean? Favorite voices? You mean as in like the voices that I am capable of doing? Because that is correct, yeah. That's fine. It's fine. It can't be as bad as the last case, I'll be honest. What's his name? I already forgot his name. The culprit of the last case. I forgot his name. Can't be as bad as him. I just dislike a character so much I don't want to give them a voice. But I tried my best. I tried my best in the last case. Godzilla copyright infringement. Change it to Rorosaurus. Is that an actual one? Or did you just string those ones together? She was always the assistant, wasn't? Wait, was she? It's still sad that like she gets called that though. Like I get that's what she is, so like that is like the best way to remember if you keep her as the assistant. Rather than just a name where like if it's too many names you're more likely to like get confused. But like, come on. Can it be like assistant Nicole's or something? Would you put their last name? Hold on. Oh my gosh, she got reduced to crew member at the just would you just put her name at the top? So cruel. Oh, the fate of a recurring character. Go to school tour to Japan, damn. Yes. Because our school was able to fund tours to go to the places that like the languages that we taught at school. They're able to fund tours for that. And the funny thing was that I didn't take Japanese in school, but I went on the tour anyways. Excelsius, yeah. Excelsius Wheel. There was something at the top of my head that I wanted to say after Excelsius, and then I completely blanked. Guys, today's not a good day. I think I'm gonna be just like fumbling like this for the entirety of today's stream, so if I seem out of it, yeah, I'll try my best to recoup my brain, but I'm gonna blame it on my hay fever. I woke up today and my hay fever was just absolutely horrid. Multiple times I had to like leave my station at work just to like go blow my nose and sneeze. Horrible. I'm blaming on blaming on hay fever. Okay, it doesn't make sense, but I think it makes sense, so that's all that matters. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, hold on. I just saw the quote on my screen that I accidentally turned off the game capture somehow. That's what I'm saying, guys. I'm very out of it today. I don't know how. I don't know why. Hay fever. Notice anything?
Can't believe somebody murdered the president. Well, I say somebody, but maybe I should say something.
You don't really believe that, do you? That a giant creature trampled him to death.
What? Are you saying that's not what happened? Then who did kill the president, huh?
Could have been any number of people. Person in his position is never short of enemies. Jello to kill himself was hard to go after him, as we know.
So you're saying maybe somebody like Mr. the Killer murdered him?
Can't say anything for certain, but it's a possibility we can't discount for now.
Right, just like the possibility that a monster killed him. That's a monster footprint he's lying in, Miss Edgeworth. What else could it be? And then there's a horn thing right by the body too.
A horn thing? Guess we can't say for sure that it's not related to the case. Compare it to some of the items of evidence we found so far. We found nothing! What are you on about? The game's already giving you tips on what to do. We haven't even started investigating it.
Can't believe we ran into Agent Lang here of all places. He seems a little out of sorts though, huh?
Shit, me too, man. I'm embodying Agent Lang right now. He does, but that's to be expected. He's from Zhangfa after all. We can't expect him not to be affected by his president's death.
Hey, where were the guys in the black suits he always had with him? I thought they never left his side.
Where indeed? What happened, Agent Lang? Oh wait, we still have a... Hold on. Because we don't have our badge anymore, so we present Kay's badge.
Yes, seeing my pin just gave me an amazing idea. You really looked after me when I was sick, Miss Edgeworth. I owe you big time. So I'm going to carve you a super cool badge of your own out of an eraser. Should it be of your profile though? Or face on? Or maybe halfway in between?
You said I wanted the super cool badge to be on my face.
Or we could go for something a little more edgy, like from underneath?
That sounds less edgy than plain surreal. That's cute. Well, we have her badge for now, so we'll present her badge to everyone, I guess. Shall we? Yeah, we'll go from left to right, as usual. Left to right. Let's see if there's anything here. This looks like equipment used by the lighting department.
Oh wait, I just remembered there was something I wanted to ask you. Could you maybe light me up when I'm doing my next robbery? Help me look super cool.
You want me to shine a light on you while you're committing a crime?
You bet I do. What's so weird about that? What's the point of me doing my great thieving in the dark? The folks in the cheap sets won't be able to see a thing.
Wait, you imagine you'll be committing this robbery in front of an audience? It's about styling on them bitches, Edgeworth. You don't understand. There's an art form to this. This thing in front of the trailer here, it looks like a monster costume.
What? That's a costume? You sure the creature that made these huge footprints didn't just shrink or something?
Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. This thing in front of the trailer here, it looks like a monster costume. A costume. Okay. I thought the door was different. It was not. Okay. There really is nothing else to investigate here. That's so boring. There's two things. Okay. Guess we'll talk to Miss Assistant.
I'm sorry, I got a little upset before.
Please look at my badge. Well, her badge. Oopsie. Wait, this is probably gonna be different dialogue, isn't it? Because Kay is with us. This is the pin Kay always wears. It's shaped like the mark of the Arigato and is very eye-catching indeed. Can't imagine any thief other than Kay would want to wear it. Never mind, there was nothing updated. I look like an idiot. Finding the I didn't- wait, hold on. I was meant to present it. Ah, my brain. You were working here alone.
That's right. I came here before everybody else so I could get everything ready. But as soon as I walked through the gate, I saw the footprints.
Trying to give her a timid voice. Do I have it in me?
Monster prints first thing in the morning. That must have been a real shock. It was. They weren't there when I left yesterday evening, I'm sure of it.
The footprints must have appeared late last night.
At first glance, I thought maybe they were part of the set. But then I got closer and I saw that somebody was lying in the middle of one of them.
You didn't notice until you were right up close.
Yeah, my eyesight just seems to be getting worse and worse lately. I think I need new glasses. I didn't notice it was a body until I was right by it, which is why I got so shocked and ran away.
That must be when we bumped into her.
Wait, that's...
You recognize it?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I must have been thinking of something else. I really do need new glasses. I'm such an idiot.
It's really not something to get so upset about. Movie shoot. So you're shooting a movie. It wouldn't happen to be a still samurai movie, would it?
Nope.
Oh. He's so disappointed.
This one's a creature feature. You know, the Torosaurus movies, right?
I'm afraid not.
You have to forgive Miss Edgeworth. He only cares about still samurai.
That's not...
Hey, that's alright. Not everyone's a fan, but they soon will be. He's back after 12 years of silence. The big, bad bull himself. Torosaurus.
Torosaurus.
It's the first Torosaurus movie in a long time, so the crew's super excited about it. And part of it are set here at the big building, so we've been shooting on location.
That explains what we saw yesterday. So we came across them near the start of the case when we were trying to like track back from when Kay lost her memory. That must be what they were filming.
So does Torosaurus smash the big building to pieces in the movie? I bet he does, right? Wouldn't you like to know? But you'll just have to wait to find out in the theater. Yeah, you can have this if you like.
Oh, thank you. My nose is already blocked. What the fuck? An epic rivalry is born. A Torosaurus versus Gordy. Gordy? Oh.
That's right. It's not just Torosaurus on his own this time. He has an arch nemesis. You know Gordy, right? The monster from Gold Lake? Oh yeah! Wasn't everybody talking about that a couple of years back? The mysterious creature in the lake. It showed up in that one couple's photo.
Not only were people talking about it, it played a major part in one of my cases. Not a name I'm too wild about hearing again.
The director's fascinated by the stories, which is how Gordy wound up in the movie.
A little behind the times, but better late than never, I suppose.
Just wait till you see those two legends tearing into each other on the big screen.
Creature feature flyer. Latest in the series after a 12-year hiatus, Torosaurus versus Gordy. An epic rivalry is born. Front gate. I think we need to learn a little more about the security situation here on set. Miss Nichols, is the set kept locked overnight?
Yeah, or we use one of these. A combination lock, huh? So anybody who knows the code can get in and out.
And was the lock in place when you arrived this morning?
Yep, everything was locked up tight when I got here.
It is the combination.
Oh, the producer, the director, the crew, the actors, basically everybody who's working on the movie.
So any member of the cast or crew could have opened the lock and entered. Combination lock, used on the front gate, only the cast and crew know the combination. And that's all we get from her. Shall we talk to good old buddy pal Frenchie? Oh, the music! Let me drink water before I talk. Sorry, Prosecutor. So, Mr. Prosecutor, we meet again. Yes, we saw you at the detention center the other day, too. Any concern yet? Yeah, you really have a habit of showing up in the wrong place at the wrong time. You're a bad penny, a bad omen, and a bad smell all rolled into one. Just stay out of my way, okay? Got a president to avenge. Look at my badge. That's the pin your assistant always wears, right?
Yep, it represents nature's toughest and fiercest creature, the 𝐢𝐧𝐟𝐨. Pretty cool, huh?
Tough and fierce? Isn't it just a bird? Sorry, but I'm not about to let that pass. Long G, he says. The wolf outstrips the raven in every respect. The little black bird of yours wouldn't survive even a single swipe of a wolf's claws.
Those are big words, so howls a lot. Do you know what us thieves say? The raven is pretty darn amazing. I could pick you to bits and fly off before your stupid claws swipe ever got close.
You think a wolf can't jump? I'd snap you out of the sky before you could fly away like a coward.
I just flap my wings super hard and blast you across the room.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I haven't had to endure an argument like this since elementary school. They're so cute, just arguing. Like little kids. My animal's better. My Pokemon's stronger. Fuck you. Why are you here? You were already at the scene when we got here. Why? What were you doing in the area? What, am I a suspect? You might be. Look, I heard a scream and came running, okay? Because it was our friend from the crew. Came from the gate over there. Somebody already got rid of the lock for me. Not completely. I can still see it on the floor there. Perhaps I should take a closer look. When I got here, I saw a movie girl running out of the other gate. In other words, he arrived right at around the same time we did. So he had business here at the big building. Something like that, a day with destiny, let's call it. It was similarly enigmatic when we saw him at the detention center.
Let me guess, you're a huge creature feature fan, so you came to see them filming the Taurosaurus movie.
Creature features? What do you think I am? The type of person who thinks a creature might have done this, I hope. President Wong. I'm sorry about the president. You have my deepest condolences. Thanks. He was a great man. 𝐢𝐧𝐟𝐨 would be lost without him. You and he were close, correct? It all started when he hired my father. That was our big break. Our family kept him safe. That was our most important duty and our most sacred. We gave my father medal after medal. They had to come up with new ones just for him. In the end, there were no medals left to give, so he made us the keepers of his last will and testament. Those medals, that duty, the greatest pride, our family jewels. Never thought we'd be unsealing that will so soon.
Wow, sounds like your family and the president was super close. But wait, when that whole thing happened back at the lake, you went with the president then, right?
Look, a lot happened, okay? It was all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. It was like he became a different person. Now he doesn't trust the police one bit. Wonder what happened 12 years ago. Regardless of what happened, I still respected him. 𝐢𝐴 may not be a big country, but he held that place together. Damn it! What was his security detail thinking? Imagine you've already contacted the embassy. Of course I have, and the government, and my family. They'll be going crazy right now thinking about what needs to happen with that will. And things will be getting crazy here soon too. Those bodyguards will be all over the place. If you're not a fan of trouble, I leave before they get here. Look, Mr. Prosecutor, these days I'm a one-man outfit, a lone wolf. They won't be letting me lead this investigation, but I still got fangs and I can still bite back.
Like, sweetie, I'm not very good at playing tough, man.
I'll find whoever did this, and I won't let you or anybody else get in my way.
Good luck. Good luck, alright.
Oh my god, okay.
Let's go, down here to Lotta. Or maybe I don't want to. Realized I wasn't ready to do a southern accent. I made a mistake. Is Old back in this case? Is she? I don't remember her reappearing. I feel like emoji only gets referenced. Right! She doesn't appear anywhere else. Right? Oh, I could be wrong. Last my school was a city 300 kilometers away. The farthest school trip I went to is the biannual picnic park at the other side of the town. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like, we've had like excursions before, but that was like depending on the class like you took. So like I took a lot of excursions because I was in art class for the last 2 years of school. And usually I was just like around the area, but for like anyone that wanted to go on the tours, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I still think about this a lot. I honestly didn't think I'd have the permission to go back then. Back then, I kind of said it as a like half a joke because I didn't think I'd get a serious answer back. But then, very nonchalantly, both my parents were like, "Yeah, sure, go." Mind you, I've never had like at that time. I hadn't even had my first sleepover yet. I was able to leave the country before I had my first sleepover at my friend's like house. My first sleepover was like after I became of age. Isn't that insane to think about? I was able to leave the country away from my parents before I was able to get a sleepover. The fate of having like this is what having like a strict Asian parent feels like. But I was so surprised that nonchalantly they were just like, "Yeah, sure, go, try." I stood and just stared at them like, what the fuck? Do you hear yourself? Like I would have gaslit myself that day thinking, "Oh wait, no, that was a dream. There was no way they said that." I could have done it. I could have done it. But that would be technically my father's school trip. Even though I wasn't in the Japanese class. I just went on there because anyone who wants to go on there, if they sign up for it, they can try. There's just like a lot of like other little things that you have to like deal with, which is also the other hurdle of why I wasn't confident I would have been able to go. But once again, I was still able to go somehow. Still shocks me to this day. Like I can't stop thinking about it. Like more than actually going to Japan for the first time, like being given the permission to be able to go is what like surprises me more. Like that's the most memorable thing out of that entire trip for me. Mama you and Papa you said yes? What? That's all I remember. Those who went to the Friday tournaments. For some reason, I can't read the other day. From school, did go internationally for the event. Oh, that's cool! I know... No, actually, now that I think about it. No, it's only ever been, like, states. So, whenever... Well, I didn't go anywhere, that's for sure. But whenever I did hear about, like, my classmates or friends going somewhere, especially if it was for like a sport event, it would be across states. But never internationally. That's really cool though. 30% of the school that took part, I again didn't. Wow. Is your school very sport focused? Internationally is insane. Maybe I just have like a warped view of it because I never did any sports. Torosaurus cry was your nose acting. Let's just say it was. So that any mistakes I made today wasn't 100% my own. I'm not sure why I'm so off today, but there's not much else I can do about it. I'm just gonna have to try and roll through today. It's gonna be brutal, so sorry guys. But in hindsight, right? The start of a case is always kind of slow because we just need to like get the context of everything, so I'll try not to rush too hard. We'll do more tomorrow anyways. I'll do a longer stream tomorrow, and that's where everything that's where I gotta lock in anyways. If it's a long stream, I need to lock in. But we'll get more done tomorrow. Today I'm just gonna try and get my brain locked in. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain's so off today. It's the second I woke up today, I felt something was off. Like, I think I know I felt off because I woke up before my alarm. Which is, it's been a while since I've done that. Like, it has happened before, but I've rarely found myself waking up before my alarm. And I did, so that's just been weird ass day today. Heart. Lot of heart. So what? For some reason I just can't. Hold on, should I listen to myself try and make a southern accent and then I'll remember? Can I do that? Will that work? Let me look at my old stream. Where was Lotta? You sure still at the end here? Hold on. Not the end, the start. Doesn't help. Does not help. I'm listening to myself speak and it's just, it feels there's a disconnect. Absolutely not. Southern, no. Gosh, Elsie, I'm busy. Girl needs room to work, you know? Why are you so obsessed with the idea that this was a monster attack? Monsters don't exist. Surely even you know that. What did you... You don't know what the heck you're talking about. Torosaurus is real, dang it. I know that for sure. For a fact. For sure? For a fact, How is that possible exactly? Because I done seen him.
What? You saw Torosaurus? Where? How? Heck yeah, I seen him. The big bad bull himself right there in front of me. I was up on 51 over at their big building just yesterday, right?
Gathering materials for your story on the underground auction. Yes, we remember.
Well, hey, you just missed a memory man. That's right, I done seen him right when I took that photo. The person in the red raincoat. Miss Ringer, right? Yep, y'all see that blinder right there next to little Miss Redcoat? Well, guess who was on the other side of it at that very moment? That's right, Torosaurus. There's nothing there. Well, I can't rightly capture every damn thing. I was just a little too far away, that's all. I seen her right, boy, did I. Torosaurus' big old eyes staring right at me, peeking right in at the window.
Window peeking monster? Hick. Oh my god.
Anyhow, I don't got time to be shooting the breeze with y'all. I got snaps to snap, reportage to report. Quit bugging me, will ya? Go on, get.
That entire story was ridiculous.
You didn't believe a word she said, did you, Miss Edgeworth?
Is that obvious?
Did she really not have anything else to say? Oh wait, no. Oh, okay. We don't. Yeah, okay. I thought she had like a second dialogue we could have chosen, but I guess that was it. It's just that we started early, so my students at least made state level. Oh. Friday but my tutor said I was state level 2. Oh my god, look at you go. Only one made to international. Still one though. It's always good to have a sport to learn. Like I haven't done any sports whatsoever growing up. Partially because I couldn't really do like after school activities. Which is kind of funny to think about. I feel like it would have been better for me to be able to do after school activities, but we didn't really have the option to. Either way. You don't want to get into a fist fight with your best friend who has a national level chronic black belt. You won't win. Yeah, I wouldn't even try. Don't worry. Oh my god. Black belt though? Oh my god. Because I feel like with karate, at least it's like at least you have self-defense like techniques you've learned too, as well as like being like a sport that could. Well, man, I really don't know anything about sports, do I? I'm trying to, like, there's a lot of benefits to it. It's just coming from someone that's done, like, nothing their entire life. Remember, me as a hermit. The only thing I'm good at is sleeping. First of all, we ran everything efficiently. State level Olympiad medals? The populations are huge. Ah. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I'm not familiar with smaller schools, so I guess that would make sense in them trying to be more efficient. I mean, if it was a bigger school, their resources would be a lot more like diverse, wouldn't it? Like spread around, so they can't really like focus on like one thing versus a small school which has a better chance of doing that. Okay, when I think of it like that, I'm learning a lot today.
What's this big metal stick thing? Is it for climbing trees or something?
No, it's a camera crane. It's used for filming from an elevated viewpoint. There's no camera currently attached, but it would usually be positioned at the top there.
Gotcha. Sounds perfect for casing a place before a burglary. Mind if I could ask somebody about borrowing?
How do you propose to transport if the answer is yes?
Easy! You take the bottom part, I'll take the top.
So I'm helping you? I'm helping now?
And we go one little step at a time. We'll be back at your place before we know it.
And we're walking it back to my house?
I'm thinking, do I want to go up to the body for— no, I'll do this.
Hey, these are those plastic sheets you can put down when you have a picnic.
They're plastic sheets, that much is true. But I think that's what they're used for.
Want me to explain, Miss 𝐢𝐴? Those are waterproof sheets. We use them to protect the camera when it's up on the crane. If it starts raining while we're shooting, we can just cover up and keep going. I see. So those are pretty big, right? Oh yeah, they have to be able to cover the whole rig. Wouldn't be much point using them otherwise. The weather was pretty patchy yesterday, so we wound up using them quite a bit.
Miss Nichols, where does this exit lead?
That? Onto the grounds of the big building.
Yet another case with direct ties to that same building. The building with the hidden 51st floor used to store the lots of illicit auctions. I guess it wouldn't be much of a surprise if it turned out to be hiding yet more secrets. Big building, site of the underground auctions. There's an entrance to the hidden 51st floor on the roof. So it's just the building. There wasn't any for some reason it's evidence though, but there wasn't any other additional like information, any new additional information. Well, I should say. Oh, look at this chain and padlock.
Oh, look at that! Somebody cut up the chain.
They
They did. They did. I'm sure it was still intact when I left yesterday.
I'd say it's possible that this is where the killer entered from. Side gate chain cut. Chain holding the side gate closed was cut. Did the killer do it? I couldn't read that sentence. What's the matter now?
Look at that huge dent. How did they get there?
You're right, that is a big dent. They've taken a sizable object to make it, and a heavy one too.
Wasn't like that yesterday either.
It wasn't. Guess that means the dent must have been made last night at some point. Dented fence was fine yesterday. Did something heavy bump into it? It's very circular too. Very strange. But that was like 3 things? 3 things we learned about this side with like that wall alone. Okay. That should be everything before I examine the body. I think so. So I'll save here. $129 students. Ah. Didn't take part. So clearance rate was insane and I think about it. That is it, yeah. If you say like 30% of your school, that's really big when the... Oh my god. 129, yeah, that is quite small. That's still like a lot of people still. Or like a good percentage out of like the whole school, I guess.
It really is him, huh?
Certainly appears to be. Same man we met only a few days ago.
So this time the president really did get assassinated.
That is what happened. The assassin certainly chose an attention-grabbing method. Let's scour the scene. Okay, so let's look at the horn.
Huh? What's this white thing here? Wait, it's a bone! Does that mean 2 murders?
It looks more like a horn than a bone to me. Do we have a piece of evidence that might tell us whose horn it might be? We might not have it with us anymore though, is the thing.
The body's surrounded by pieces of smashed up concrete.
Yes, they look to have been thrown clear when the ground was broken.
Phew! Sent flying by the mighty impact of a giant creature's foot.
Sure, assuming this was the work of a giant creature. Monster footprints. The concrete was broken and the earth exposed, but are they really footprints?
Just look at the shape. I know a hoof when I see one. There's only one thing that can possibly be the footprint of an enormous, terrifying beast. And it's not just the one, there are 3.
3 footprints. 3 giant cloven hoof-shaped imprints were found at the scene. But you know that's impossible, don't you? You know that monsters aren't real.
Sure, I probably know that somewhere deep down. But it's way more fun to believe they are.
Our job is to pursue the truth, Kay, not to believe what feels most fun in the moment. No obvious root wounds, but he's definitely not breathing.
So it really was a monster.
Trampled by a giant creature? Possible. Was he stomped on? President found in a giant footprint. Could a monster have?
Huh? There's something stuck to the front of his clothes there.
Yes, speckles of a yellow substance.
I bet it's monster drool. Yeah, that must be it.
So tiny there. Please, Kay, can you at least try to be sensible? We need forensics to tell us what it might be. Right, that looks like pretty much everything the body can tell us for now. But note it all down. Crime scene, note, surrounded by shards of concrete, flecks of something yellow stuck to clothes. And then we need to do something. So we have the poster, I believe, and that's what we need to deduce. This could be one of Taurosaurus's horns, couldn't it?
You're right, it totally could. Maybe it's part of a prop from the movie?
If it is, it must be from something pretty big, judging by the size.
What's it doing on the ground here?
You should ask one of the crew, maybe they'll know. Okay, I think that is all for this scene. There's not much else to it. It's so weird looking at like the body from this angle versus this angle. It's so intense, even the lighting's like very strong. Yeah, no, that should be everything. This is like literally nothing else here. Okay. Broken horn. This horn, do you recognize it?
Huh? Oh, that's part of one of Torosaurus's horns. It's from a model we use for promotional stuff. Where did you find it?
On the ground near the side entrance.
That's weird. But we keep a replica of Torosaurus's head up on the roof of the trailer over there.
And it's quite large, I assume?
Oh yeah, well, not as big as the real thing, obviously, but it's still pretty big. It's just up there. See it? Right there.
That really is big. Broken horn. Found fallen next to the body. The head's usually kept up at the roof of the trailer, and that's where it was supposed to be yesterday as well. That really is a massive head. Okay, so now we start deducing. Not deducing, that figuring out shit together. This is the front of the combination found next to the body was he stomped on 3 footprints. Something heavy bump into it. I'll be real. I don't know which one to put together because that is quite the big indent. So I don't know if you can say it was the horn though. I'll just put the footprints together. There's like the only 2 things that have like some kind of relevance to each other. Well, if it's wrong, it's wrong. What can you do? So rather being stomped on, what the implication is that the head could have fallen on him? I don't know. It's the first time we start off a case with 6 things. I'll be honest. I think heavy bump into it. Hold on, I already forgot which 2. Wait, hold on. I've put these 2 together and then this and that together. Something heavy bump into it. Could the monster have done that? I don't know. There's just too many options that you could put together. I can't really put the like the locks don't make sense to go together. Like these 2 seem to be like separate things that aren't currently related to anything that we have. But these 2 could be related. If there was something heavy that dented the fence, it could also be the same thing that did. Wait, not the footprint, I guess. 3. Something heavy bumped into it. I don't know what you're supposed to be implying. I can't see the thing up there very well either. Oh my days. And the premise is silly, I can't piece it together. I've already done those 2. And then those 2 I tried. I mean, these 2 are next to each other. Both the dent in the fence and the broken horn went there yesterday according to our witness, which leads me to wonder.
Wait, you think that giant Torosaurus head could have
They do, and they could well have rolled off of the trailer roof and landed in the lot below. Seems more than possible. It also means
that's how he died.
there's no sign of a murder weapon anywhere.
Oh yeah, there isn't.
Now this is still only a possibility, but if the Torosaurus had somehow fell from the roof up there...
That could have killed somebody for sure.
Miss Nichols, would you mind if we took a look up at the roof of the trailer?
My nose is itchy. Alright.
You want to go up there? Sure, I don't see why not. Knock yourselves out. Oh, but don't do that literally. The steps can be kind of slippy.
Alright, I'm done here. I found out what I need to know for now. What might that be, I wonder?
Oh, he knows the code. No, I'm pretty sure the door was already locked. Oh.
Move, old man. What'd you say to me? You need to learn some manners, kids.
No, you need to learn when you're in the way. Quit whining and get out of here.
What the?
Oh, I'm so sorry about him. Sean, apologize to the nice man. Come on, Sean. You know you can't speak to people like that.
Sean? Like, that's just the name! Oh my god! What was his name before? Not before. In the thing.
Whatever. Who the heck was he?
A policeman, that's who. Why would you antagonize him like that?
Gah.
I thought they were I thought there was going to be trouble for a second there.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody stand up to Agent Lang like that.
Oh, let me introduce you all. Everybody, this is Sean Fenn. He's the star of the movie we're making.
The star? This little boy.
Hi there, I'm Kay Friday. It's great to meet you. Sean, this is 𝐢𝐧𝐟𝐨. He's a prosecutor.
A prosecutor?
That's right, and a pretty famous one at that.
He's a prosecutor? Where's his badge?
He certainly doesn't pull any punches.
Oh, you might not want to get too close, Sean.
He's right, it's no sight for a child. But he's involved in all this nonetheless, so I need to speak with him.
We need to go up here first.
Actually, would you mind coming up there with us?
Oh, sure. After you.
So that we have a witness with us? Oh god, I forgot this is what it looks like, because you don't actually go up there, you just look at it from a point of view. So this is the mighty Torosaurus.
Huh? He looks different from before. Here, he's way cool on the flyer. What's with the weird nose ring on this model? Oh, I forgot. You two aren't Torosaurus fans. This is the original Torosaurus design from 12 years back. Huh? So, what's the one on the flyer? That's the all-new Torosaurus. They gave him a makeover especially for the movie. He looks so much more contemporary now, don't you think? A makeover? He's totally different! This one's... it's just...
A cow.
Well, he is just a cow. Or at least he was originally based on a cow. He's a monstrosity. Monstrosity? Yeah, the cow, man's best friend, reimagined as a terrifying monster. It totally makes you think about the whole relationship with nature, right? That was the original concept. I think the concept might be a little lost on me.
Me too, I'm afraid.
John Marsh. Oh. Even more general name. I mean, the John, yeah, but like, Marsh, made it better. Or like, to me, it made John as the name okay. Because I would just think of him as Marsh. Fen doesn't feel right. Sean Fen. Well, I mean, yeah, I think it's the Fen that I've got an issue with. Sean feels kind of weird, but I'm like growing on it. Like that is like a very kid's name. I don't know how I would feel about Fen. Charles out the monster movie being filmed. Mature for his age with a menacing demeanor. See, he's got a name. Crew member doesn't. Poor Penny. Hey GWA. So I'm late. Did you look at the side gate yet? Yes, I did. The triple thing we picked up from it. So we got the big building, and then we got the lock. No, the incorrect. The side gate chain cut, and then I just figured out the dent situation. Is that what you're talking about? Unless you mean a little bit later, because I know there's a lot more that we go through. Anyways, it's nice to see you again, man. Hope you're doing well today. I'm feeling like very off, so if like today's run, today's stream is a bit weird. It's because I'm completely out of it, and I don't know why.
There's a heater here. Do you think it's to keep the crew warm or something?
I'd imagine so. It's spring now, but the evenings can still be pretty chilly. It really gets in your bones.
Ah, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You can't start talking like an old foggy. You already look like one. You have to talk young and bright and happy.
You may have not noticed, Kay? But that's not exactly my style.
See, you gotta try and be hip with the kids, Edgeworth. That's what I'm trying to do.
These look like cans of paint. Dunno. I guess they were being used by the prop department.
Look, the ground around them, Mr. Edgeworth, it's all burned. It's all burned.
Oh, sorry, my nose. Okay. Indeed, as is the blue sheet underneath, and the nearby newspaper, and the outside of the cans.
Wait, do you think the Torosaurus head can breathe fire? Nah, this old guy doesn't look like the fire-breathing type.
That's not impossible, let alone likely. Still, the fire was started somehow. It's a wooden table, sadly collapsed. Parts of it are badly scorched.
That's weird. The head should be on that table, but the legs are broken. Guess Torosaurus isn't going back on there now.
The scorch marks look particularly bad where the leg snapped off. I think there might have been a fire up here.
Do you think that's what happened to the legs?
Yes, and when the fire had burned through the legs, the table would have collapsed and the head
would have fallen down onto the ground below. You're right, the fire caused the head to fall.
Indeed, it also happened to have an idea about how the fire may have started. These cans of paint that are by the heater are pretty flammable, not a great place to keep them.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, I'll make sure somebody moves them. But the stove didn't get used yesterday. Not while I was here anyway.
Which makes the question of what could have started the fire all the more interesting.
Yeah, think I could probably throw that little baby over my shoulder and carry it out of here.
You're not thinking of stealing it, are you, Kay?
No, I was thinking I could just carry it around with me. And every time you shout objection, I can light you up with it and make you look super cool. Yeah, I can picture it now. You're looking amazing. Well, do I get the job? When do I start?
Hopefully never.
Motto was made for promotional events, stuff like that. So people would remember the old Torosaurus and realize that this was a reboot. Yeah, he does look different. People might not get it otherwise.
Just as we thought, his horn is broken.
So the motto really is what killed the president.
I think it's a distinct possibility, but there's one thing I don't quite understand. I'm realizing for some reason the screen is like really bright to me. Hold on. Should I turn on night mode? I'll turn on my night light.
on my screen. Okay. Maybe that'll be easy on my eyes.
There's something I don't quite understand. What's that? Miss Nicole's, the model looks very heavy. How do you move it around?
Oh, it comes apart. If you know the trick, it's not so hard. But I guess if you didn't, you might struggle to figure it out.
If you happen not to be a member of the cast or crew, for example, once it's in pieces, could one person move it?
Oh yeah, even I could. Maybe not very fast, but I could.
Torosaurus head, modeled on the first generation Torosaurus design. Seems like it fell from the roof of the on-set production trailer last night. Sure, I remember that face from somewhere.
Hey, Miss Edgeworth. I know this cow.
Funny, I was just thinking the same thing. You know it from the president's plane, of course. And from the auction. President Wong's plushie
Was a soft toy version of the original Torosaurus.
Can this really be just a coincidence?
Torosaurus plushie belonged to President Wong. It can record and play back sound.
We've got it in our evidence again! But that should be everything in the scene.
Too much, like, Cynthian, a radical British political party. That doesn't sound good. It's just the end, isn't it? The ends. That's not good. It's worth another look when you can. Why do I get deja vu? I get deja vu reading that. Is it like an additional thing? Hold on.
So the grounds of the big building lie beyond this gate.
So look at it from here, you'd think it was just an ordinary building, huh?
Ah! Oh my god! Holy shit! Take a screenshot. Oh my god! That's so sneaky. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for telling me about that.
And there's no one really special around to speak of either.
Well, no one from our current vantage point, at any rate. Anyway, we don't have time to ponder such things. We need to investigate this entire lot.
It's cause this incident happened because Phoenix Wright was nearby. Yep, that'd do it. Everything goes wrong when that man is nearby. I'm blaming it on you, Feeny. I'm sorry. It's just your fate.
We have time to ponder such things. We need to investigate this entire lot.
Right over there. Examining the gate twice to see a familiar face. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love that so much. That's really cute that they're looking around. Why are they looking at the big building though? What's the occasion? And they're like, he's dressed up. I guess when is he not dressed up? I personally wouldn't wear a suit on my day off. I don't know about Phoenix. But why are they here? You know? I love that. That's cute. Okay, that is everything to investigate before we talk to Sean. Yes. So we'll do another save. We've got long gone, but that's okay. Hey. Hey kid, I don't know how to do a kid voice, so you're just gonna be a brat. I'm sorry.
It was Sean, wasn't it? Do you mind if I ask you some questions?
Are you really a prosecutor? You just look like an old guy to me.
I am? Old guy? Charmed, I'm sure.
Badge first, then we talk.
I don't have my badge right now.
And how do you expect people to believe you're a prosecutor?
Ew, he's not the friendliest, huh? You want me to try talking to him?
Why not? I doubt it can hurt. I never was good with children.
Look at my badge.
What's this? If you're trying to bribe your way onto the movie, it's not going to work.
That's not what I was trying to do at all.
Huh? So, how do I get a part in the movie?
Okay, save it for another time, please. Sean Fenn.
So you're an actor, right, Sean?
Yeah, so what?
That's amazing! You're so cool!
It's not that big of a deal.
Kay's approach seems to be having an effect.
So, those horns of yours.
Yeah? What about them?
Oh, those? The makeup department made them. The character he plays has a special psychic link with Torosaurus, and the horns allow him to communicate with his giant friend. Isn't that right, Sean?
Just shut up, will you? They don't need to know all that stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Well, the power dynamic here seems pretty obvious.
Still, that's kind of amazing, huh? The lead character in a movie? You're still in elementary school? That's crazy! Oh. Sean's actually 13. He just looks a little younger. What? But look at him. He's so little and cute. And the backpack, I just thought... The backpack's part of his costume. He's playing a role, remember? Yeah, I guess he is, huh? But he is kind of small, you have to admit. Oh, we try not to talk about that too much in front of him.
I said stop telling people stuff they don't need to know.
I'm sorry.
It's all part of the role. Except for the carton of milk, maybe? President Wong.
The dead guy. That's the president, right?
Yeah. You knew him?
A little. I met him once.
He's meeting with presidents now.
The guy was a real piece of work.
Hey, you can't say that. It's not nice. What was so bad about him anyway? Don't want to talk about it? Fine, I guess. Oh, President Wong was working with us on the movie.
Working with you? How exactly?
He had a part, just a cameo, nothing big. So he came to look around the set one time. That would have been when Sean met him.
Why put the president in your movie?
We heard he was a huge fan of the original Torosaurus, so the studio offered him a little role. They figured it would be good PR.
Last thing I need is amateurs on my set.
I told you before, Sean. You can't talk about people like that.
And I told you to shut your mouth.
He's not too thrilled about the idea of performing alongside non-professionals. I got my nose.
Oh, here.
What's this? Oh, wait, from yesterday?
Photograph?
Yeah, I just got them printed. You can keep it if you want.
Wow, it's such a great picture. And you brought it specially for me? That's so kind, thank you.
No, I just happened to have a spare. That's all.
You don't mind me asking, but can we take a look too?
Oh, sure, here.
So it was taken yesterday. No footprints and certainly no body. Behind the scenes photo. Photo taken yesterday, no monster footprints and no body were visible at that point. A suit is better than the pea-hearted sweater by Iris. Remember, this is a few months after 3.5. I don't remember. Oh, I mean, well, actually, the timeline investigation. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It would be a few months. But surely Phoenix has other clothes. He doesn't wear the suit all the time. That must be so... I couldn't wear a suit all the time. I've already had my ramble about school uniforms, and that basically felt like wearing a suit. Like I couldn't ever keep wearing them. No, absolutely not. My nose is getting more blocked by the second. This is really bad. I'm sorry. Also, hi, Peregrinus. I still can't pronounce your username. But how are you doing? Has it been a while since I've last seen you? I just remember the duck profile picture and thought it was cute. Hope you're doing well. We've gathered some useful information. Now to use my powers of logic. Hold on. Which of these? Oh, I mean, if you put these two together, you would know that. Wait, no, that lock is a key lock, though. There's no. My brain would have been like, oh yeah, well, the only way to open it is with a combination lock. Well, I mean, if they open up the side, that means it was. You can still imply that the killer wasn't a part of the casting crew. I'll try. Combination lock on the gate leading to the plaza was intact when Miss Nichols arrived. The lock on the gate leading out to the side of the big building had been cut. What does this tell us?
Hehe, easy. That the killer used the side gate.
Precisely. It tells us something else important too. Namely that our culprit didn't know the number for the combination lock.
You're right. It would have been way easier to come in that way if they did. But instead they chose the classic thieves route, the lesser known side entrance. It's no run-of-the-mill criminal, Miss Edgeworth. We need to keep our wits about us.
I'm sure we need to be excited about the fact, okay? Anyway, we know that everybody working on the movie knew the combination, which makes it likely that our culprit was a member of the cast or crew. Movie set locks. The combination lock on the front gate was left untouched while the side gate's chain was cut sometime last night. Right, I think that just about wraps up our preliminary investigations.
So he was killed by...
Yes, by a falling Torosaurus head. At least that seems the most likely explanation for now.
It came down right on top of him, huh?
Oh my. He's back. Well, they took their time, but here they are. Police, bodyguards, whole gang. Mr. President! It's a little late for that, don't you think? Curses! Who did this? Whoever it was made a big mistake. But I promise you this. They'll pay. I'm on their trail already. What? What do you mean? The president may have been murdered, but that doesn't mean that the extraterritorial he applies. Extraterritoriality. Local police have jurisdiction. Luckily, I know the right people to talk to. And I just got myself second to the case. Lowly one-man outfit or not, I'll be working this one. Sounds like you already have an idea of where you'd like to focus your inquiries. More than that, I've already caught scent of my prey. Take a look at this. It's a printout from a security camera on the viewing platform at the top of the big building. That's... It's pointed at the elevator that leads onto the roof, so it records everybody who goes up there. And in this particular case, they recorded the president and his murderer clear as day. Oh, she's so pretty.
What was Judge Cavell doing there?
He's saying he suspects her of the murder. Final judgment. But murder goes against everything she believes in.
Security camera footage shows President Wong and Judge Cavell in front of the elevator on the roof of the big building.
Agent Lang, perhaps you could explain your thinking on the matter a little No, I'm assuming? But a little rumor while I was over at the big building. Aw, shit! It was about you, Edgeworth. You're not a prosecutor anymore, are you? Which means you don't have a jurisdiction here. But you want to cross-examine me while I explain my thinking? Why would I agree to that? Curses.
Hey, don't be like that. You were the one who was just talking about being a lonely one-man outfit.
I never get over this, but his fucking eyebrows just being like straight connected to his hair and always gets me. Look at it. It's just a line. You know what? Maybe it should be you explaining your thinking to me. How come, even though you're not a prosecutor, you're still sticking your nose into this case? It's a valid question. Why am I still here? Perhaps I can clarify that with a question of my own, Agent Lang. Why are you so desperate to catch the person who murdered President Wong? Because above all else, you're an investigator, correct? I'm desperate to catch a certain somebody myself. A person who orchestrated a murder at the big building yesterday. A person who put Kay's freedom in jeopardy. Who put her in grave danger. That person is out there somewhere right now, lurking in the shadows, laughing. And until I uncover the truth and make that person pay, it doesn't matter if I'm a prosecutor anymore. I'll keep fighting. Find the truth, and don't give up until you do. That's a rule I live by.
Ha! Ha ha ha!
You may have the look of a smart guy, but you're a fool just like the rest of us. A fool? How dare you? That was just what I needed to hear. Fine, you're in. I've lost my minions and you lost your fancy title, but it seems neither of us is prepared to give up on this investigation. Now, seeing as we're both so stubborn, how about we go head to head and thrash out the details? I'd be honored. Be warned, don't be going easy on you. I'm an assassin to catch, and not even you're gonna get in the way of that. Of course, I would expect no less. I'm cooked! Let me show you the truth I tore from this case with my bare fangs.
Don't do this to me. Why suspect Gavel? Well, thanks. Good. I hope everyone here as well, because God forbid that you're in my state. Fucking hell. Can't breathe through my nose properly. Holy shit. Brain not working. That's the last thing you want. Dehydrated? Only because the voice acting hurts my throat. Hydration check. You guys don't want to be in my position, that's for sure. Especially hay fever. I feel like I've never met someone with as bad hay fever as I have. Like, I know it varies for people, but like, mine is just criminal, honestly. Like in a league of its own. Which says a lot. Because I feel like it's not that bad. Or at least sometimes it's not that bad. But I guess my body's breaking down. Maybe I'm progressing. Maybe I'm becoming weaker. You think I build up like more tolerant of it over time, but maybe I'm actually just regressing. Oh no.
Alright, so this judge friend of yours met the president up on the roof. And then she pushed him and he landed right here. This all happened the night before last. People had all been cleared from the viewing platform, so it was just the two of them up there.
11:05 p.m. for anyone that was curious. I didn't look at it properly until, yeah. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Yeah, so a lot of, yeah, all of it is just photos at the moment. There's nothing else that we can really examine in further detail. Now this is a new image though, of the big building in the daytime. Sorry, let me keep reading the testimony.
That pretty much sums it up, no doubt about it, she killed the president.
Oh my god, my nose. Oh, my nose. Sorry? Why are you apologizing? No, you're fine. I'm not sure you're apologizing for, but maybe I worded something weirdly. No, you're fine, you're fine. I'm glad. I'm just saying that, what? You guys don't want to be in my position. That's what I'm just saying. For some reason, I can't breathe properly. That's like the last thing I would like want on anybody. Raining every day, don't worry about it. Isn't that worrying though? Actually, no, you saying that reminded me that the rain today was very patchy. So we're finally getting like consistent rain, but it hasn't been very thorough, I guess. So that's not really a good way to put it. But we haven't had like proper like rain, I guess you could say. It's just been very patchy. It's been consistently like raining, but not like full rain, if that makes sense. Which is kind of worrying. A bit worrying over here.
And I'm still thinking about that one client that said that it not raining for the past like few months is probably the reason why like my hay fever like acting out, or like the hay fever for like some people have been acting out because it's not washing away like the pollen or something. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to work, but like apparently that's the case. Which is funny because for me, like this is my nose seems to act up the most when it rains. I think that's like the one factor that's been consistent for my nose, but it's still been random. I don't know. I just can't breathe properly. It's like 50% of the time, so I get it. Oh no, you poor thing. I would say I have like a pretty strong immune system, so thankfully I don't get like ill very much. Like rarely on stream I've ever mentioned like being really sick. Like the only one time that I did actually get sick, which was I've never been like that bedridden in like a really long time, by the way, probably like years. But that was because when me was off overseas for a bit, so when I came home I was like very sick, which is crazy to think about because I was completely fine every single day, only up until the day that we flew. When we reached our layover, my body was dying. I still don't know what the cause of like me going sick was, but I got everyone in the house sick, and so I felt really bad about that. They were there completely alone, no bodyguards. None had checked. His security detail had no idea he even went up there. He must have gone in secret. Maybe it was a conversation they didn't want anybody to hear. What kind of conversation? How were the two of them even connected? Mr. President spoke to the owner of the building ahead of time. He had him set aside the viewing platform just for the two of them. It was the president asking. I guess the guy wasn't about to refuse.
The last person to see the president alive really could have been...
Yep, Gavel. Did you say her name was? Her. This argument clearly isn't completely without merit, but I noticed at least one glaring hole in his reasoning. I wasn't paying attention. But he was very forward, concise with his testimony, so probably it's straightforward. I won't lose a point immediately, will I? That's all I need to focus my counterattack. My eye is itchy. I hate hay fever so much. Take my eyes on my nose, not both. Oh, cruel. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why my eyes are so sensitive. Maybe that's why my screen felt so bright. It might be my hay fever acting up again. I don't know how that works, but that's how I feel, and that's all I can say. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense, but that's just how my brain works. Hold it. How can you say for certain that the two really met? The plans to come and swing, huh? I've seen worse approaches dominate the battlefield, counter your opponent's every move. It's a tried and tested strategy. And not what I was intending at all. This battle has barely even begun, Mr. Prosecutor, so shut up and buckle up.
Unless you push him.
Hold it! The night before last, how you can be so sure of that? If you're not sure, take another look. Take as many as you need. This picture's from the camera up on the viewing platform, like I said. The camera doesn't lie, that's from 2 nights ago. You have a picture of them both entering the rooftop area, but nothing from after that point, I assume. So this is where things start to get complicated, alright? Guys, we need to remember the time and dates of everything that we experience from now on, because I sure never fucking did, and I think that's what, like, ruined it for me. Like, the first time I went through this case. God, okay. So this is from two nights ago, the 4th. Today is the 6th, right? Last night was the 5th, which was when everything happened regarding Kay's situation. Nothing from after that point, I assume? No, there's only one camera and it's pointed at the elevator. You can't see the viewing platform itself, still. This is where the murder happened, I'm sure of it. The president really was killed 2 nights ago, and his body would have been here in the lot this whole time. Big little moment there, Mr. Prosecutor. We'll save it. I'm not done explaining, not even close.
Last time I got sick was probably when I had COVID. How long ago was that? I remember that was... Oh, I remember I was talking about COVID before. When you got COVID. But I can't remember when that was now. Yeah, I rarely, like, get that bedridden. Is like the best way to put it. Like, I do get sick. But it's not as bad like that. Like, I can just live through it. Like, I guess just coming from someone with hay fever, like anything, it needs to like rival my hay fever, I guess, for it to like be really bad. Then I would say I'm sick. I would be like, okay, I guess you would say like under the weather. But that's more like a phrase of like, if you're feeling off, isn't it? Oh, I don't know how to put it. English is hard. Like, yeah, but what I'm saying is that I've never... Thankfully, haven't gotten sick severely a lot, because I don't ever wish that upon someone. But then, like, my worst case scenario is like dealing with my hay fever, which I also wouldn't want on anybody else's as well. Do I have dry skin? I've been trying to pick at my thumb for a while. I do. What the hell? Yeah, it's entirely possible somebody else was up there. Surely.
Yeah, what about the cotton candy stand?
The owner of the building received a request from the president himself to clear the area. He knew there'd be serious trouble if he messed up, so he went to work as quick as he could. He cleared everybody out, and I mean everybody, including a stupid cotton candy seller.
Stupid? That's mean.
Still wasn't enough. If it had been, the president wouldn't be lying there now. That poor cotton candy seller. Man just got fucking shade out of nowhere.
Hold it!
No doubt about it. Are you certain of that? Of course I am. The place, the time, everything points to the woman in the picture. What do you mean the time? Interesting. Agent Lang seems to believe that the president wound up in a certain place at a certain time, and yet... I think I'm starting to see the problem here. There's at least one major point he's overlooking. That's where I'll need to focus my counterattack. Happened before the night before last. Was exposed. Hold on, let me see what we have that gives us time or talks about. Oh, here. Night before last. When I presented here and then she pushed him, he landed right here. The night before last. The night before last, so not last night. Yeah, meaning that the body would have been seen.
Objection!
Wording. I think I mentioned about that on your stream before. Yeah, I faintly remember it. But unfortunately I have like a horrible sense of time, so I don't remember when that was. I guess that's like the most recent, huh? Knock on wood. I'm glad that I haven't gotten COVID before. I always think about how bad it would be if I did. But maybe because I'm so used to like the symptoms of like, well, like the early symptoms of COVID, like from like 2 to 3 years ago, supposedly, right? I heard if you're like really healthy, the symptoms of COVID are like especially taxing on those kinds of people. But because I'm so used to those symptoms already, there was like, oopsie, there was probably a chance that I picked up COVID without realizing. But I feel like I would have had like other symptoms as well, like what, like the dryness that you feel, and also like the lack of taste. That was a big one. But I don't have a lack of taste. I get cravings a lot. I was
craving flavors just fine. I feel like, I don't know. I always think about that a lot when I think about COVID. I keep hearing about variants lately, but then that's just my client base, the older client base, so they're more up to date about anything that's going around because it would affect their health. Remember to wash your hands, guys. Oh, hold on, I forgot I skipped the text. A former star agent of Interpol, how the mighty have fallen. Take a look at this picture. It's a behind-the-scenes shot of some of the cast and crew.
Look at those smiles. Well, maybe not Sean's, but you know what I mean.
Heck, he was only taken yesterday. What? What? If Judge 𝐢𝐽 really did kill President Wong the night before last, the body would have been clearly visible in the background of this picture. There's also common sense that the crew would have seen the fucking body, but we digress. Perhaps you should have taken a little more time to speak with those involved. After all, thorough witness interviews form the basis of any good investigation, as you should know.
I don't think I've ever seen you so happy, Miss Edward. You really do love backing your opponent into a corner, huh?
I just had a faded. Lotta? Fine, you got me. I must say it's been a while. I almost missed it. Perhaps if you tried to stay a little calmer while conducting your investigations in the future. Don't push your luck, Edgeworth. Lung Jesus. The righteous anger of a wolf lasts 100 years. Won't be coming down anytime soon, not until we've caught the president's killer. The same thing, we all do, nonetheless. The body appeared last night, you have to accept that now. And there's one other thing you'll need to accept. The president didn't die from a fall.
That's alright, he was crushed by the falling head of a giant monster.
It hasn't occurred here on the movie set, not at the top of the big building. Says you, but that's just your theory. I'm not about to give up my own because of it. But it literally can't have happened the night before last. We just proved that with this picture. Did you? What if your friend 𝐢𝐽 pushed the president off at the big building the night before last and then came down here to the movie set and hid the body somewhere? Here, but where? There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment, you could hide anywhere. And then came back a day later, last night, in other words, and take it out again. Proceed to check the lot for trace evidence. We'll soon find where she put it. There won't be any need for that. This piece of evidence proves that Judge 𝐢𝐽 can't have hidden the body.
Take that!
But the entrances to this lot were locked. Both entrances to this lot were locked, and we already know that the chain on the side gate was cut only last night. Judge 𝐢𝐽 had no way of getting in here to hide the body the night before last. Grog! The murder has to have happened 2 nights ago. Why are you so set on believing that? Because, if you remember, the picture was a printout from a video, and there was more. There was more! Well, I still suspect 𝐢𝐽.
Oh my god. My throat. Hydration check. My grandma got it first and brought it to my house. Oh no! Didn't go anywhere except my workplace. Oh no! Is she okay though? If she's the one that got it first. Oh. It must be so much more harsh than your grandma. Because I hear about the symptoms, like what. Because as someone that didn't get COVID, I like pester people that did get COVID to hear what the symptoms are like, so that I could also look out for it if it ever happens to me. And also just out of like morbid curiosity, I guess, just like hearing what other people like had to go through when it came to COVID. A lot of them are like older clients, and it sounded absolutely horrible. And you had so many young people also getting it, and they would have like just as severe symptoms, which I can't imagine what it'd be like if you're older and like you have a lot more going on with your body. Ugh. But I hope she's doing okay now.
There's footage from a few dozen minutes after your friend went up to the roof with the president. Shows her heading back into the elevator alone. And you know what's no footage of? The president himself leaving that roof. There's no other way he could have gotten down from the top of a building that high, unless he was pushed by Gavel. So the president was never observed returning from the viewing platform.
Oh no!
Yeah, the camera was pointed at the elevator door the whole time. If anybody else had come up or down, it would have been on that tape. In other words, the presence of the camera ensured that nobody could have left unnoticed. I see. That's not good news for Judge Gavel.
Security camera footage updated shows President Wang and Judge Gavel arriving on the roof of the big building. There's no footage of the president riding the elevator down to leave.
Vanishing from a rooftop hundreds of feet in the air? Yeah, that's a tricky one, alright.
Indeed, even the other guys who can't actually fly.
Well, not yet anyway. Just need a little more practice.
Doesn't tell me you think you can learn?
Look alone at 3 AM. There's no way I can get that from anyone. Yeah, there's definitely no other way it could have happened. Do you know where your grandma got it there? Curious, where did it stem from? Or unless your grandma has like a lot of visitors, that would make sense.
Hold it!
Like, because I'm such a hermit, that's probably the reason why I've never gotten COVID. Like, there was no chance of me getting it because I would have. I social distance, not like on the regular basis. I just do that naturally. So there's no way. I would have been completely fine. No. My family has gotten it before, so I'm surprised that I've never picked it up from them. My mummy has gotten COVID multiple times already.
Few dozen minutes, it's awfully vague. Exactly like the time doesn't matter, not anymore anyway. What matters is what she did after that. And what was that exactly? Perhaps you'd care to elaborate? Well, I mean to, believe me.
Hold it!
So she was alone when she went back down in the elevator, you're sure of that? I'm certain, like I said, there's footage from a little while after they went up to the roof. Footage of Gavel recorded by the camera that points at the elevator door. And she was getting back into the elevator, just I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Seems almost certain that Gavel indeed get back into the elevator alone. I'm going crazy. I can't read. And he'd be so sure of himself otherwise.
God, it's so weird, right? Like, completely alone, not even a pal, the goddess of justice, was there?
The pal.
I doubt the presence of an invisible entity would have swung things either way.
What? No fair. Poor goddess of justice. I feel like I should light a candle for her and say a little prayer.
We could return to the matter at hand, Agent Lang. You don't think there's any possibility the president could have taken the elevator at some later point? No, I considered it, but...
The president didn't have any footage of him leaving.
Strange. And just to be thorough, the camera has no blind spots and it was functioning normally. Are you trying to say I'd overlook stuff like that? What do you think I am? Give me. As I said, I was just being thorough. It's simply my way. Whatever, the footage was clean, okay? There's no doubt about it. The president came up in the elevator and he never went back down. Understood. While I may question your testimony, I'll refrain from questioning your methods any further. Do what you want, they're both rock solid.
Hold it!
What if there was another way he could have gotten down? Turning off my nightlight. It's still bright, but it feels too dull as well. So I'm gonna blind my eyes and then I'll probably switch back again later. It was 50 stories up, don't be ridiculous. The elevator was the only way down, it's that simple. You wanna take my theory apart, you'll need some sharper tools than this. We've done this before. It was in Polo Justices. Oh no, Duel's Destinies. Apparently, one of the cases, there was someone seen flying. Crazy, I know, but trust me, I think that was the same method.
Same method from there to here. Well, there really have been no other way of leaving the viewing platform. But Mr. Prosecutor, but are you about convinced there's no other way the president came to be lying here?
Hold it!
It's fine, she got vaccinated before she got COVID. Ah, okay. I'm glad. Compared to people who didn't get a vaccine like me. Oh, was it that bad for you? Because I know that even with vaccination, it's like, once again, different for everyone else. I've heard it so many times of what? Of like people's own theories about the vaccines, like during the first 2 years of COVID. Jesus Christ, I really don't want to go back. Let's not talk about that. There was a lot going on. I don't want to think about it. Just because I had various clients that all had said different things and it like gave me a headache, genuinely. Just like, you know, my brain can't help but just like flashback all those scenarios. It's too much for, no, brain stop. Wait, no, it turns out I just needed to sneeze. Hold on. See, talking about COVID made me sneeze. What the fuck? Maybe that's the way to fix my hay fever. That's not how it works. That is killing me, so I'm gonna go nap soon. Take care! Well, I hope you're... I'm assuming it's a headache then? Hope you're feeling better soon. Thank you for stopping by the stream. You get some good rest. After I recover, I lost weight. I heard that too. Largely because like eating is difficult. And then something. I've heard that too from clients. 7 kilos though. Wow. That's a lot. Can't imagine. No, yeah, no, I genuinely can't imagine. What am I saying? I was gonna say, I can't imagine like what that must like feel like. 7 kilos just gone like that. Okay, yeah, the screen is bright again, but I need to handle it. I think it's a little too soon to be saying that for certain. Struggle all you like, you won't escape me. My fangs will close around you in the end. Your fangs aren't inescapable, and neither was that rooftop. I'll escape one. Excuse me. Escape one by showing you how the president escaped the other.
Ooh, nice. There's nothing this great thief loves more than a breakout.
Do a good game, Mr. Prosecutor. Now why don't you put your money where your mouth is? Skip away if you can. The camera means no one could have gone unnoticed, or does it? Was falling really the only other way you could have left that rooftop? All you need is a bit of rope. Come on, you don't need to fall.
Objection!
Unless... because there was a 51st floor, another entrance back into the building to also leave said building. Not that it particularly makes sense because the only way to get into that area is with a keycard. But I don't know if it is the same the other way around, but we'll see that now. Actually, there was another way.
Well, from the elevator? What do you mean? You're not about to tell me he flew?
He didn't need to, it was much simpler than that. He didn't need to. No, he can't. You couldn't have done that, but there is another way.
Assume the president knew what we know, of course. Namely, that the big building has a hidden 51st floor. What?
That's right, a hidden floor. Or the hidden entrance on the rooftop. If he left that way, he wouldn't have needed to ride the elevator.
Well, you said it was hidden, right? That it was a secret. How would the president even know about it?
It's an interesting question, and one I don't have an answer to just yet. For now, this is just the theory.
So what are we talking about exactly? What is this hidden floor of yours? Sounds like the kind of place your little ninja friend would happily spend time in.
No, I hate it there. Don't make me go back.
Fortunately, Kay's memories of it are far from happy.
It's sad. Even like, look, she look.
Instant reaction of no, don't bring me back. She didn't like it at all. She can't even make a joke about it. She was like, no, please don't do this. And there's a secret storeroom up there where they kept the lots for an underground auction. The whole sordid scheme was uncovered just yesterday. An underground auction? What the heck are you trying to say? That President Wong was involved somehow? I don't have any proof. I certainly think it's a possibility.
Yeah, based on what we've seen of him, he totally seems the type.
Ah, he growled. Sorry, I'm not doing that. He'd never do that, another president! Illegal underground auctions? No, he'd have nothing to do with it, nothing! What's gone to him? Hope you two are feeling lucky! Because when people start saying stuff like that, I start biting!
That's a crime!
Oh, she ran away. You know nothing, neither of you. You have no idea how much the people love him, how well respected he is. Is that really true? I guess you know what lurks behind that seemingly respectable public face, but the people of Zhangfa clearly don't. I wonder if I should tell him the truth about his beloved president. No. What good would it do? It would only upset him more. Forgive me, Agent Lang. I didn't mean to upset you. We spoke out of turn, both of us. I can only apologize. Apology accepted and reciprocated. I'm sorry I got carried away. It's alright, okay? You can come out now.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's not you I'm upset with. It's the animal who killed the president.
Oh, hey, you're just a fine figure of a man. All patriotic and such. Gotta tip your hat to that sort of thing.
What are you talking about?
Well, I got good news for you, Mr. Patriot. Real good news. Ain't no way in heck your pal, the president, Maisie, on downstairs via 51.
Really?
I was hunkered down in that there storeroom the whole dang time, eyes peeled like oranges.
Of course, she would have already snuck in by that point. 11 p.m, yes, and so the auction went up until 2? She was knocked out by that point. She was knocked out after the situation, so like this would have been before. Yeah, this would still have been after 11. She would have definitely seen the president. She would have already snuck in. I'm trying to think of like the situation where she did fall asleep at some point, but like it wouldn't have been in that time frame. Miss Hart's statement. Miss Hart was in the 51st floor storeroom the night before last, but didn't see the president pass through. Thanks, it's very useful to know. Well, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Because my theory still stands, which means I'm not budging an inch. Nobody saw the president after you met with Gavel 2 nights ago. That's a fact. It's also a fact that the body appeared only last night. Like the president had fallen from the roof 2 nights ago and only been found today. It seems a little slow as falls go, wouldn't you say? I think gravity stopped for a moment. Someone must have flipped the toggle somewhere. No questions isn't answering, I'll give you that. And I guess there's one thing we can both agree on. That my eyes are itchy? Yeah, I agree. Fuck me, dude. Okay.
Yeah, what's that?
Question of exactly what happened here yesterday will require further investigation.
Yeah, I guess we all know for sure is that the body and the footprints appeared during the night.
We'd like you to hand the body off to the coroner if you don't mind. Fine, it's all yours. Just take care of him, okay?
Aw.
Wouldn't they leave an outline? Why did they take the body so quickly? Wouldn't there be like a very quick outline? Guys. Oh, one last thing. Found footprints near the body. I mean, footprints in the footprint, if you will. Little ones in the big one. Human footprints in the monster print. Interesting. And what kind of prints? Sir, they were child's footprints about the size of your average elementary school kid. What?
Huh? Elementary school? No, it couldn't be.
What now?
I
Miss Nichols.
I didn't mean to butt in. Sorry.
Is there something you wanted to say? What's she so scared of?
There's something I have to tell you. You'll probably think it was pretty awful of me, but
Sure, it's nothing you need to be quite so nervous about. Well, what is it?
last night I came here.
What? You mean you came back to the set? Why?
Well, I just wanted to. I was worried about him, so I came back to check. Check on Sean, I mean.
Sean? The boy? Makes sense.
Yes, you see, he stayed behind on his own last night to rehearse. Wow, he really takes the job seriously, huh? Well, this movie is his first lead role, and he's trying so hard to make it perfect.
So she might have seen what happened last night. Around what time was this? Damn, I'm cold.
Let's see, it was already after 10, I think. It looked like it was about to rain, so I got a little worried and came down. And when I got here, well...
You saw something, didn't you?
Yes. Sean was there on his own, running his lines. And towering above him, there was this long, like, really, really long neck.
Neck?
Yes, with skin lines like skin like an enormous worm. It was like a dinosaur.
Owie! I mean, it must be. Gordy, good old Gordy. Oh.
Mummy? My eye was itchy while I was trying to, like, say Lotte's lines.
You done gave me the slip last time, you slimy old lizard, but I got you now. What? Now Gordy's involved too?
Yeah, I think he might be. I was as surprised as you are. Although, I guess Sean was practicing being a kid who can communicate with monsters.
Hot dang, you're right. You gotta communicate for real with them little horn doohickeys, I guess.
Right? But it seemed more like he was kind of looking up and talking right to him. It was like they were friends. It is pretty weird, right?
Dang, that is weird. Looking at a mustache on a mole. Mule? How could he cheat on his best monster pal like that?
The movies and reality might be getting a little mixed up here. I think some of us can already figure out what it is, but spoiler, it's two things that we've already investigated on the plot, on the in the area. You just combine those two things and we've got our solution. It's more the context of it. I wonder what's up with that. Now, because I don't remember, for anyone that's wondering, you've already played this game. Yeah, I have, 2 years ago. You're absolutely certain that's what you saw.
Yes, but only for a moment. I was so shocked I just turned and ran.
Didn't even try to save the child? Girl!
That's why you're stuck as crew member.
Well, how about that, Mr. Prosecutor? Another mysterious beast to contend with.
You telling me you believe this nonsense, Agent Lang?
The monster's angle's neither here nor there, but I think we have a pretty good idea now who we need to speak to next.
Young Mr. Fenn. If he really was here last night, there's a good chance he saw something.
My thoughts exactly.
Where is the young bloke, anyways?
Prosecution calls Sean Fenn to the stand.
Sean ran off just a moment ago.
What?
We need to get after him.
Oh my god, a lot of running.
10:54 a.m. Big Building Plaza.
Oh my god, there's a man in the taxi. Was there a man in the taxi before?
That's strange. That's strange.
Go, where the heck did he go?
Maybe he just went home.
You're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all.
Sure, maybe he went on the lam.
Nah, you're just thinking things, surely.
He's a child, Agent Lang. There's no way he killed the president, not on his own.
And who said he was on his own, huh? Maybe a monster gave him a hand? Maybe he summoned one of his creature feature pals to help him?
Yes, very funny. Not saying the kid did it, not for sure anyway. Not yet. But he's our most important witness right now and we need to find him.
But concerning, we can't seem to find him.
Miss Edgeworth!
Hey, it's Gummy!
Oh, hi. Hi. Oh. He ran away.
He ran away!
Okay, we're the same.
What was that about? Well, just goes to show that your police force can't be trusted. Are you saying you intend to continue investigating the President's murder alone? Yeah, so what?
Well, last time we met, you had about 800 other agents helping you.
Sure, but I told you I'm a lone wolf now. You got a problem with that? I don't need lackeys and I don't need friends. All I need are these fangs right here. Keep things nice and simple. No lackeys, no friends. Anyway, catch you both around.
I'm eyeing that taxi. It's unsettling seeing him in the background. It reminds me of the fucking body situation. Hold on. It was the same as, oh, which body was it? Hold on. Oh, the body that we found at the fountain in the third case. The third one, right? The third case, yeah. If anyone remembers. Good old Artie Frost rocked up in the fountain again, 18 years later. 18, right? I forgot the number again. And his body was drawn into the background. It's this taxi guy, the same thing. It's not like a separate sprite that like leaves and comes in. It's a background. Can't remove that.
Things just done go interesting. Sounds like I got my work cut out for me. Two big beasties on the prowl? Oh, hey! It's raining scoops. If I don't catch at least one, I ain't no shutterbug worthy of the name.
She's running again.
Wow, this all got kind of complicated, huh?
It did. The Taurosaurus footprints were bad enough. Now, Gordy? This might as well be a movie.
Well, then we'd better get our monster hunting shoes on.
Suppose we had. Who's that? That's one of Agent Lang's old team. We've come across a few of them on the previous cases, but this one's on his own. Excuse me? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see.
How come you're not with Agent Lang?
Shifu? He's not technically my boss anymore. Really? What happened? You remember that case from a month or so back? 𝐢𝐧𝐟𝐨 case. How could we forget? He made kind of a big mistake there. Came about as close to aiding and abetting a serious criminal as you can come and still keep your job. Indeed, I guess that was pretty close. Well, being Shifu, he took full responsibility, so they disbanded our team.
Wow, that's harsh.
It explains why he's now a lone wolf, as he puts it.
So, what are you doing here?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was worried about him. I think he's been chasing ghosts. Ghosts from 12 years ago, to be precise. 12 years ago? What does that mean? Sorry, I already said too much. I better be on my way.
He ran away.
These ghosts of Agent Lang's. Do they have something to do with the case we're currently investigating?
Guys, this is gonna be a long ass case. Like, remember, we've got Edgeworth's situation where he doesn't have his, like, fucking badge anymore. We've got the committee doing some things. We've got someone, a part of the same committee, being involved in the current case that we're dealing with. We have this case that we're dealing with, which is a murder. We've got the president that is part of that case that we've seen in the first case that is now here dead as the victim. We've got the movie situation going on. And supposedly a missing child, but I'm sure he'll rock up soon. And now we've got Agent Lang's fucking situation. His old little backstory here, that he's suddenly, all of a sudden appearing when he wasn't particularly relevant to the current game, but he was very, very relevant in the first investigations, mind you guys. If you've not played the first investigations, he was mainly prominent then. It was basically the Judge Gaval of this game, but in the last one. But now he's suddenly getting his continuation here. Like, there's so much going on.
Well, looks like everybody left except us. What do we do now?
Good question. Miss Hart went off monster hunting, and I guess Agent Lang is busy trying to track down young Sean. Perhaps we should try investigating another angle.
What kind of other angle?
Somebody needs to get Judge Cavell's side of the story.
Oh yeah, you're right. What did she say again?
She needs to, yeah.
I guess the trial will be beginning right about now.
Indeed, I think we better head down to the courthouse, don't you?
Alright, let's go.
Alright. Shake my head, bro. That fucking taxi driver. It freaks me out just seeing someone appeal all of a sudden. That's so suspicious. Oh my god. We get this. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Hold on. Let me drink water. We've got Judge Cavell, we've got little Francisca's head, and then we've also got Fender at the bottom there. I don't know if you guys can see them. Okay. Oh, okay. 11:23 AM, District Court, courtroom number 3. Familiar. Oh, she's in the chair. Is the defense ready to proceed? You better bring it on, Big G. Prosecution has been ready for some time. The original attorney in this case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered, while the original prosecutor, Eustace Winner, has disappeared, so Fender and Francisca have taken over in their places. Very well. Let me begin by apologizing for the delayed start to these proceedings. The crime we are here to adjudicate took place in a prison, an institution of the judiciary. What's more, the fact that the defendant was the warden of said prison carries grave implications. These two factors combined caused pre-trial preparations to take more time than usual. And then, the unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial yet further. But now we are ready to begin at last. Mr. Fender, Miss Von Karma, the court thanks you both for stepping in at such short notice. Hey, no sweat. Rosie was your pal, right? And this was the last case. Could exactly say no, could I? You'll have to bear with me though, gang. Don't exactly get time to read the paperwork. How about you, Fran? Everything cool over there on your side? It's hardly ideal for the prosecutor in charge of the case to have run off and abandoned it, but justice can't sit around waiting for him to grow a spine. The evidence has just been handed to me, so yes, I'm ready. Thank you both. Very well. Bring the accused, Miss Fifi Lagarde, to the stand.
Isn't this also interesting, guys? We get to see a trial play. And we're not a part of it. Oh, crazy. We're actually in the gallery for once. I forgot Fifi's voice.
Fuck.
She has a very, very similar voice to Francisca, if I remember correctly. One's mean, one's flirtatious.
I will try my best. Invite the prosecution to make its opening statement. Alright, the accused was... Let me stop you right there, darling. What is it, Miss Lagarde? Oh, I was just wondering if you could tell me something. That's something being well on, why on earth I'm here. Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you. But will they, dear? Really? Fine. Carry on if you must. I fully intend to, if you can stay quiet for one moment. The murder in question happened at the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as warden. The victim, one Bronco Knight, was being held in the detention center. The prosecution's case will show that Miss Lagarde took him from the holding cells and murdered him. And she did so with a knife. Something the matter, Miss Von Karma? How can that... No, the evidence. Goes Fran? Everything okay? The murder weapon? It's not here. And neither is Bo hit... I'm sorry. Cadus's chisel. What? So it ain't so? Silence? Silence. Miss Von Karma, explain yourself. I wish I could, Your Honor. A murder weapon, And what exactly are we all doing here? Really, darling? You shouldn't volunteer to prosecute a case if you can't keep the evidence safe. can only work with what the previous prosecutor gave me. The boy winner strikes again. Hey, G. Where's it, Mr. Fender? Guess we know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we? Court hereby denies the fence's request. What? Don't be like that. What's the dealio? It's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's get on and show everybody how wonderfully innocent I am, shall we?
Objection!
Innocent? Oh, thank you to take this seriously. Oh, but I am, darling. You don't have any evidence. You just said so yourself. In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? And without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity, my Not my darling. It is. What? Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused Fifi Lagarde not guilty.
Objection!
Oh, the further hasty pants. You can't go dropping a verdict just like that. Forgive me. Why is the defense objecting to its client being acquitted? No, but Kita, you know as well as I do that little Miss Warden over there is guilty as all heck. And as for the murder weapon, you were right there when we found it. Mr. Fender, it is incumbent upon this court to see that fair judgment is afforded to all. And as the instrument of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere with my work. You must think of Judge Gavelle, who was present when the murder weapon was found, and the Judge Gavelle you see before you in the courtroom today as two entirely different people. Gee, you're killing me here. I have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence available.
Objection!
And we have that evidence, just not here. Give me some time. Just a little, I'll find it, I swear to you. Prosecution hereby requests a recess. Oh yeah, the defense does that too. Come on, Yana, don't do us like this. Very well. The court accepts the request. Really? Verity? You won't help anybody bow. You won't help. I can't fucking do this shit anymore. Brain, keep up! We didn't look at. Really, Verity? You won't help anybody bowing to pressure like that, you know. There'll be a 15-minute recess. I suggest that both the prosecution and defense use the time well. Understood. Oh, saved by the bell, huh? Very well. We'll reconvene in 15 minutes. The trial just started. Yeah, 11:38 a.m. The trial just started. Damn, I never thought we'd find ourselves in this room again. District Court, 3rd floor lobby.
But we did totally find that knife, didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, of course we did. We found it in a fucking alligator. Heck, excuse me. We can all suspect that it has something to do with good old Wiener. Father, the father winner. Excelsius.
So did somebody steal it or what?
I said, oh! Oh shit, it's these two! Oh my god, it's everyone. Miss Berry, Mr. Saint, are you here to watch the trial?
Yeah, we heard it was going to be a real fun show. Do you know where we need to go?
It's the trial for the case I was nearly convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. We were late because of practice, but it's somewhere around here, right?
Simeon, that's kind of a problem. They lost some evidence. The knife and the chisel. So they called a recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom.
What? But no, they can't.
They're not going to arrest you again, are they?
Don't say that. No.
Gee, I forgot how easy it was to upset you. Huh?
Oh, it's Francisca. Huh? Is it? How dare you embarrass me like that? I think it's her whipping. Speaking of easy to upset.
Francine, friend, chill, okay? Just chill. Come, put the whip away. That's it. That idiot of a so-called prosecutor. I'll find him and I'll make him eat whip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Master, calm her down. Kid's gone cuckoo.
Cuckoo? Cuckoo. Cuckoo. I guess I'd better at least try.
Oh, we've got the gang.
God, there's everybody here. Welcome back, Burger Castle. Dude, I hope they didn't just appear in the case. They just got them in to shove more people in the case, right?
You know, it's gonna be like the last final case. It's like the last time to see everyone, because, like, there's no other reason why, right? They would shove them back into the case all of a sudden. There wouldn't be any other underlying reason. That'd be so fucking strange, because we finished the case. They're fine, right? Yeah, they're fine.
It's definitely not to, like, fuck up my voice, having to voice everyone or anything like that. That's kind of weird. That'd be so strange. Court is in recess, nobody's allowed to enter.
Really? Nobody?
Court is in recess, nobody's allowed to enter.
Nobody's allowed to enter. How will the trial ever get started again?
I don't know. You got me good.
How do you like that, Miss 𝐬𝐴? I hit him with a stone cold contradiction.
One that gained us exactly nothing. This couch must be a few years old. It's very well worn indeed.
Yeah, right. But who would have worn it?
Not worn in that. Never mind. I think we got our wires crossed here, there somewhere.
Where are you going, Miss 𝐬𝐴?
I know where. I was just looking at the doors here.
I get it. Basic thief work, right? Making sure you know where all the exits are. If you're angling for a position as 𝐢𝐴𝐴's assistant, just say the word. Seeing as it's you, I'll let you skip the written test and the practical. Basically, the job is yours.
Thank you. It's a very kind thought. There's a sign stuck to the water fountain here. Press the pedal to enjoy delicious ice-cold water. However, be aware that once you press it, the water won't stop. Use it with care. I think do not use under any circumstances might be more appropriate.
Alright, I'm a pretty careful girl. Here goes nothing.
Not another step, okay? It shows a list of the trials due to take place in this courtroom. Miss Lagarde's trial features prominently, of course.
Hey, Miss 𝐬𝐴, if you don't find this missing evidence...
I know, it would be bad for all of us. I need to speak with Francisco and Fender. Oopsie. Oh, the door's the same, okay.
My first set of statute books. Hey, do you think even I would understand these? But somebody's taking the very first one. If I were going to read these, I'll need to begin at the beginning, right? How else would I understand the story?
Sorry to disappoint you, Kay, but this might be the wrong place to look for a compelling narrative. Hey, if you're delusional enough. Nobody's allowed to enter. Really? Nobody? The court is in recess, so nobody's allowed to enter. Haven't we already done this dialogue? Oh, that's talking to the guy, and then the door is like two different things. Yeah, it is.
That's so weird. Why is that the case?
It's a model of the courthouse. Look how realistic it is.
There's something written here. This incredible model can transform into a robot at the touch of a button. I'm getting fucking deja vu. Insane deja vu looking at this. Oh my god. I can transform into a robot at the touch of a button. Those wishing to see this transformation action should inquire at the main reception desk. Courthouse model transforms.
Miss 𝐬𝐴.
She seems very subdued for once, so I thought she'd be excited by something like this.
And the model transform. Does the whole building transform too?
Okay, there's no possible universe in which that would or could happen. I hope.
Hey, that spite is enough to challenge somebody. Someone's gonna try and do that now.
Oh, maybe it's already been done. You don't know it, Edgeworth. You're too far in the past. You don't know what the future's like. Is there nothing we can do to help?
Let me see. Oh wait, I have a good idea. If you guys could put on a show here in the courtroom, that would distract everybody. And they'd be so busy watching that they have to postpone the trial till later.
No, if I do that, they'll arrest me again.
No, they won't. It's fine. Courtrooms are nice. If you entertain everybody, there's no way they'll arrest you. Right, Miss 𝐬𝐴?
I really wish you wouldn't spout such nonsense with such infuriating confidence.
Courtroom trials sure are fun. There's even an animal tamer performing here today.
An animal tamer?
But she's a little too grumpy. Might want to think about appealing to the audience a little more. But she is so good with that whip.
If you're talking about who I think you are, the whip is exclusively reserved for use on humans.
This is the closest the girly pops are gonna get.
Let's talk to Franziska first. Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. Franziska? You shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home planning whatever it is you mean to do with the rest of your life.
Look at my badge.
That's all you have now instead of the prosecutor's badge you gave up on, is it? It suits you, 𝐢𝐧𝐼.
Hold it right there. If you think it suits Mr. Edgeworth, you should see it on me.
You jumped in just to tell us that?
The trial.
What are you going to do, Franziska? You only have 15 minutes. Don't you think I know that? And don't you think I know that? I'll wipe that infuriatingly reasonable look off your face. You're like a news anchor calmly reading the news or something. And it's utterly exasperating. Probably better that I don't rise to that. That's better. Never imagined you would be the one prosecuting this case, Franziska. Nor did I, but what a case. The murder of a presidential bodyguard, and by the warden of a prison no less. The murder weapon was properly entered into evidence and everything. And yet when you went to present the knife to the court, it wasn't there. That imbecile! Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look like a total fool! The next time I see that little coward, I'll rip him into a shape if it's the last thing I do.
You go ahead and do that, but quit taking it out on the people around him. Yeah, we've definitely calmed her down.
Am I so you got the old memory back, huh?
Sure did. I'm me again.
Had me worry 6 ways till Sunday. Not bad, the game wasn't a blast, eh? Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it in.
No. We need to be thinking about this trial right now, okay?
Yeah, guess things did go pretty pear-shaped in there, huh?
Hold on. I never talked to Kay. Let me do that.
Notice anything? Can't believe the evidence just disappeared. And after we went so much trouble to find that knife too.
Indeed, in the belly of an alligator, no less.
You think somebody took it deliberately?
I think it's a possibility we'd be foolish to discount.
Now let's ask everybody who's had anything to do with this case. Somebody might have a hot tip to offer us.
Yes, I think that's probably a good idea.
Reminds me of End's Castle below Pokemon League. A whole ass building just appears out of nowhere. I can kind of see that, yeah. If you turn it, I got more like weird like deja vu from like first investigations, which isn't the same, is it? No, I got deja vu for like 2 things. One of them was unrelated to, yeah. Hold on. No, let's stop this. Anytime I try to like collect my memory back together, it just falls and breaks on the floor. I don't remember anymore. 2 things. All I remember is that it reminded me of 2 things. How does Regina not get a PTSD from courtroom? As someone that doesn't remember how that trial went, she's a strong girl.
She seems the type to just blast through it. She's mentally strong.
Was I the only one who thought there was something weird about the trial? One of the guy didn't seem worried at all.
You're right, she didn't. It was almost as she knew that the key evidence was missing.
Yeah, and Judge Cavell was acting strangely too.
Rude. I wonder if there could be something going on behind the scenes.
Dun 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 dun.
The trial.
I haven't shown you my badge.
We did dig up this missing evidence, lickety-split. We can't count on them putting the trial on much longer. There's a stump, right? Probably some kind soul would offer to go fight it for us. That's an expectant look if I ever saw one. Keep in, favorite of yours? Yeah, it's here. You look a picture in it, Mousy boy. As one of Kay's most treasured possessions, I wouldn't be wearing it anytime soon. Is that so? Well then, I guess there's only one thing for it. Come here, let me pin a big old attorney's badge on that handsome chest of yours. I walked right into that.
He did. That was actually really good.
Oopsie.
Fuck.
I went to go click and then I opened the fuck present and then oh my god. Okay, Miles
Can't help but notice you still haven't asked your prosecutor's badge back, bucko. Well, I decided to come walk the path of righteousness with me and your old man, huh? The committee has my badge, so much is true, but I haven't given it up just yet. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps. No? Well, it's not like there's a deadline. You do you for as long as you need. The old family office will be waiting to welcome you with open arms when you're done. Thank you, Fender.
But you got deja vu from Jules Destiny's first case. What was the first case?
No, I didn't.
Wait, what was the first case? Fuck. What was the first case? Hold on. I think I remember what the second case was. The second case is when you meet Athena. What's the first case? I don't remember. I don't remember. No, I got deja vu from fuck. No, I don't remember. Don't make me do this. I don't remember. But I know it was from two different cases because I remember that these two don't correlate whatsoever with each other. That sounds really vague, but I need you to understand that's just how my brain works. Okay, I really need to hydrate as much as I can. My throat is getting dry. It's because my nose is blocked, so I'm breathing through my mouth a lot more.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, if only somebody would go sniff out the evidence for us. Fine, we'll do it. Way to go, Malsey, eh? You sure? I'll do what I can. That might not be much in 15 minutes. Fran and me will buy you as much time as we can, okay? Jiva will be banging the hammer of hers until you've made it back with the goods, I promise. Thank you, I'll be counting on you, Fender. And you, Francisca? How does that sound? I don't want to owe you. What makes you think I'd accept your help? How about some advice instead, that you seriously consider a new career as a news anchor? Come on, Fran, clock's a ticking here. Time to step up to the plate. Alright, fine. We will stall the trial for as long as we can. But you better get your ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having you run errands for me. Maybe that could be your new career instead. I'm glad you're on board. I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again.
Oh, this sounds fun. Can I play?
Alright, that would be very helpful of you both. Very well. What shall we begin?
I think we need to go speak to a certain somebody, don't you?
Maybe we need to speak in order to find out where the evidence went.
𝐢𝐧𝐟𝐨? Do you think we can find him? Also, why are we taking a point of HP? What the fuck, game? find that where the evidence went. Would it be Gumshoe? Would it be Winner? I don't know.
Take that!
It's Winner, okay. Sorry, I just missed Gumshoe so much. He's supposed to be the one that saves the day. That's right, the supposed custodian of the evidence in question, Eustace Winner. The new prosecutor guy? Okay, we're on it. Thank you, Mr. Saint. Alrighty then, I think we'd better huddle and talk tactics, huh, friend? Just the two of— Oh! Don't keep me waiting, Marsworth. I'll try not to. We'll be back as soon as we can. Oh, Friday Poo, wait up now. Oh, they disappear into nothing. My immersion. Completely ruined. Alright, we need to find Mr. Winner and fast. Oh. Another new fucking voice. Well, not a new voice. Another voice enters the scene.
Whoa.
Judge Cavell. Ah, Miss Edgeworth. A pleasure, as always.
A pleasure? How's it a pleasure? And what was all of that about just now?
Okay, stop it.
But Judge Cavell knows that horrible woman is the killer. Why the heck would she?
Evidence is the only language that the goddess of justice understands. My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. Is this all Verity Cavell is? You may believe my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way. Maybe this hard and unforgiving? There's something I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. Please, go ahead. What were you doing on the roof of the big building 2 nights ago? The roof? You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the 2 of you. And? Is there something wrong with that? Only that his body was discovered this morning, right next to the very same building.
What?
I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened between the 2 of you? Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone. That much we know to be true. As I said, we've seen the footage. And what business did you have with the leader of a foreign power? I'm not at liberty to say. I see. Well, I'm not at liberty to leave until I have answers. In which case, there's only one thing for it. She's hiding something. And I have to get it out of her. You're not gonna play chess, are you? No. No, you're not. Don't do it! It's a good time for me to take a break, briefly. Just for my mouth. Like a very, very quick 5-minute break. Also because I just needed... I need a bathroom break. Just a very quick break. It's not me running away from chess or anything. It's not me not liking chess and running away from it or anything like that. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that, okay? It's not that. It's different. But I'll be taking a quick break. Head 10-8. Bomb go boot. Oh yeah, the courtroom blew up. And so that was like... Oh yeah. I remember. No, I didn't... No. I didn't... No. I don't think any case from Duel's Destiny gave me any. I remember because pixels. I remember pixels. So it wasn't in the 3DS. I played Duel's Destiny, the old one, the original, and not the one from thing. That's yeah, that's what I remember, but I can't remember where's that from. Anyways, 5-minute break. We'll reconvene soon. So get your hydrations, get a snack if you guys haven't done anything like that.
Okay. That was not a 5-minute break. I apologize. I'm back. I'm back. I was letting the water reboil again. But that wasn't the main reason. The kettle actually boiled pretty quickly. I just got a mild interruption is all, but it's okay. It's okay. We're back. We're locked in. We'll get through this chess section and then we're gonna figure out what the fuck's going on with Cavell. Okay. Judge Cavell met with the president of 𝐢𝐽 the night before last. Let me actually take one more sip of the water. Hot. As expected.
Yes, I admit it. We met on the roof of the big building.
Well, the security footage, there's nothing you need to admit, there was proof of it.
But it was simply to discuss professional matters that I'm obliged to discuss with you. Clearly, you're going to have to work hard to get past her professional defenses. She puts up too impenetrable a facade. I'll probably be better off biding my time. Okay? I shall by asking what she met the president to talk about.
Kay's innocent!
What did you talk to the president about? Perhaps you could begin by telling us what you met with the president.
Telling us what you met with President Wong to discuss.
As I've told you before, professional matters. Professional matters which I do not intend to share with you.
I know the president personally. I met him one time. 2 times.
So glad you understand. I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, and an occasional aide to us in the field, even. Thank you. I take my professional duties very seriously. And do those duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries? Yes, of course. From time to time. The law is my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties.
You helped us this morning.
You returned Kay's promise notebook to us just this morning. Surely you can't claim that that fell within the scope of your duties?
Yeah, that was a pretty strong one, wasn't it?
I am not yet a perfect servant of the law, that much is true. No, you're a human being, and that was an act of simple human kindness. You have feelings, Judge Cavell, and you are allowed to have them, about the president's death too. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Torosaurus. Forgive me, I should probably explain. Is that true? He died on the set of the movie.
He did.
Interesting that you should even know what Torosaurus is. Oh, I imagine I must have heard about it from Eustace. Something about them shooting a movie somewhere near the big building. She isn't fooling anybody. She's clearly very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winner, who seems to have disappeared along with some vital evidence. Perhaps if she won't tell us what she discussed with the president, we should try to find out what else she might be hiding.
Getting under her skin, I need to dig further. Where's Mr. Winner?
As this kid stepped in to take Mr. Winner's place in the trial.
How was she supposed to prosecute the case if he had never handed over all the evidence?
My interest is solely in ensuring that a trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And if once it has, vital evidence cannot be presented, it should surprise no one if the accused goes free.
You and the accused are both guilty.
I am a servant of the law.
Let me take a step back and maybe I can read better. Sorry.
My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winner's disappearance. Of course I do. I worry about him terribly too.
You're worried about someone else as well.
Wait, too? Does that mean there's somebody else you're worried about as well? I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I am a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. You are no servant, you're a person. You're all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. We were not superhuman, you, me, everybody else, which is people underneath it all. Much as we like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. You are right, of course. I am in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Cavell, tell us the truth. What's going on? What do I do? What do I do? I've never seen her lose her composure like this. Different animation, guys! Should ask her who this person is she so worried about. What's going on? Well, this is where I'm gonna start getting feels. This is why I like her so much, FYI. Professional mask is finally beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get to the human human being underneath. Fuck. What are you worried about? Judge Cavell, who are you so worried about, and where are they? My apologies. I simply cannot tell you that.
I don't have a clue.
Are you worried about Mr. Winner? The person you're so worried about, is it Mr. Winner? He has not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. Of course, I'm worried about him, but this could also be a valuable test for him.
A test? You're gonna abandon him?
He chose to disappear, and he can choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can't. That's not something I have liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child if I did. You're calling Eustace that poor child? That poor child, who do you mean? That poor child! Who are you talking about? Nobody. Please, it was nothing. Ignore it. Judging by the look on her face, I definitely shouldn't. Are you right? Torosaurus. The person you're worried about, is it Torosaurus? I really don't have time for jokes, Mr. Edgewell. It's not a joke. When I told you how the president was killed, you seemed surprised when I mentioned that he was crushed by Torosaurus. That was simply shock at learning how he died. And where? A half-built film set on an empty lot. Something wrong with how he died. Is there something wrong with where he died? Hold on. How he died, where he died. How he died, where he died. Where he died, how he died. Hold on. I'm not thinking fast enough. What did she say? Sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling you. Particularly troublingly. No, that's not true at all. It's just film sets are places where dreams are made, and instead a great man met his end there. And they hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared with the cast and crew. A crew member found him. You're worried about its box office chances. Sorry, I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene, a crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn. No. Why did this have to happen? Something about the Torosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Are you worried? That poor child is missing, aren't they? So you're desperate to find them. Since you say child, I suppose we're right in assuming that the person is a minor. I can't answer, and I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president. It's someone from the movie, isn't it? You seem to get very sensitive every time I mention Torosaurus. The poor child you mentioned has something to do with the movie, don't they? How did you? You're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us. Very well. You figured out so much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person I'm so worried about, the person I'm so desperate to find, is Sean Fenn. Sean? But why? That is more than I can allow you to know. Judge Cavell, you said you would tell us the truth. And if you don't give it up voluntarily, we'll have to force it from you. I'm afraid you're just going to have to accept that. I need to get her to tell me why she's so desperate to find Sean. Do you know him? Do you know Sean personally?
He is famous. I doubt there are many people who do not know him.
I certainly didn't until today.
And you clearly need to be better informed. Perhaps I could teach you with a few things. There is almost nothing I don't know about him.
Tell me some of his dislikes and dislikes. I don't really care about him, apparently.
Give me? I allowed myself to get a little carried away.
It seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up.
Look, I do not know him personally. I simply know a lot about him.
She's a super fan, guys. Just a really big fan. So we need a clue for this one. Do you know where he is? We're trying to find Sean too. Do you have any idea where he might be?
Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all.
That's another clue, really? Crazy. Right. Ah! Oopsie. I was meant to say, are you a fan? Are you a fan of Sean's, perhaps?
Am I? Yes, I am. I am an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, child actor extraordinaire.
Extraordinary, I'm not so sure. That doesn't sound a lot like you. She's... yeah.
Heard that he was filming near the big building, so I made it my business to learn where the set was and some other important details.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such things. I imagine you also have tried to learn where he was supposed to be on set.
Yes, of course. He said he would be filming there all day today.
Did you hear that from Sean himself? You're really obsessed, aren't you? Make it sound like you heard that from Sean himself. Super fan! You know, she's one of those Delulu types. I don't think he'd be sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you? Or she could be believing so.
No, I misspoke. Ignore me.
Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to be to do with Sean. And now we know she's spoken with him. I don't know which one it is. Know where he is. Which one was talking about where? It might be the second one. I might be wasting time now. Never mind. It's here. You must have spoken to him. I can understand I can understand you being worried about Sean, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken to him, which must surely mean that you know him personally.
How did I give away so much?
The two of you are acquainted. It surely is an unappointed clue. Do you know where he is? The two of you are very much connected. I don't know what exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but know for certain that it exists. You've as good as told us that he does. Please, Judge Cavell, you have to help us try and find him.
Help you? I would never be allowed.
By whom? The goddess of justice?
By the one person who knows where he is.
The person who chased him. The person who kidnapped him.
Oh my god, he was kidnapped?
At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it. He's been kidnapped, hasn't he? Judge Cavell, I need you to tell me the truth. All of it.
Very well. This time, I will tell you everything. Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped.
Knew it. Why does it have anything to do with you?
I am. That is, Sean is... He's my son.
What? Well, we may not have found out what she and President Wong were talking about, but we found out something just as important. Sean has been abducted. Not exactly the endgame I was expecting, but that's checkmate nonetheless. Welcome to the endgame. Oh, that's funny.
Wow, so we've got interesting information today, and things are starting to connect each other. So 𝐢𝐽 is connected to, you know, the whole start of this case about the movie and the president dying. So we've got that situation at play, and properly connected. Judge 𝐢𝐽 is the guardian of Sean Fenn.
What? You're Sean's mom, Judge 𝐢𝐽? No way, come on, you're too young!
It's true. I am Sean's mother. Look. Magazine clipping.
An article about Sean. You always carry this with you?
Yes, everywhere I go. I guess you could call it a kind of talisman. That certainly speaks to the bond between them. And you're sure he's been kidnapped? Unfortunately, yes. I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began. Did they make any demands? Only one. That Fifi Lagarde be found not guilty.
Well, that certainly explains what we saw with it! Marshall was, so heartless, as we would call it.
That's why he came so close to declaring her innocent. I have failed in my duty to the law. I am a judge. I cannot arbitrate with impartiality. I make a mockery of justice. And yet I tried to force through a ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest. Judge 𝐢𝐽, the goddess, must be furious with me. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most.
Of course you couldn't! Are you crazy?
Okay.
No parent could just give up on their child like that. If that makes the goddess of justice mad, then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. If she really thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Miss Edgeworth?
Yes. Declaring the goddess guilty, that's bold. He's right. As I told you, though we all serve the law, we are also only human. None of us could, or should, be expected to sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict. Thank you. Both of you. But the trial must continue. There is no escaping that.
Your Honor, there you are!
Seems it is time.
Judge 𝐢𝐽! My dad was a prosecutor.
He was?
Yeah. He used to work in a courtroom just like you do. And I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now.
Prosecutor were forced to insist that a clearly innocent suspect be found guilty.
I know what he would have done. Anything! That's what. He would have done anything to get me back!
He would?
So what I'm trying to say is, you can trust us.
What do you mean?
To get him back! To snatch him from the jaws of danger! I'm the second 𝐢𝐴2, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you.
A thief who steals only the truth, and perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge 𝐢𝐽, what do you say? Will you trust the great thief to steal back that which matters most to you? Mr. Edgeworth? Alright, my earphone just tangled. I'd like to help too, if that's alright with you. Thank you. I know I'm in no position to ask this of you, but please, see that he comes home safely.
Oh, we will. Don't worry, you can count on us.
Yeah, take my cell phone. The kidnapper may call again.
It's so cute!
You'll get it back, along with your son, I promise. I do everything I can to draw out the trial, but I don't imagine I can give you more than about 2 hours at best. 2 hours? That gives us until 2 p.m. Please. Counting on you.
2 hours, if you think about it, as a judge, is insane work. She could just be like, alright, everyone, say every little fucking thing. You fucking better. Yeah, didn't pronounce that correctly? Say that again. Say it again. That testimony? Dog shit. Try again. That's what, is that what she has to do? Is that how you drag out a trial for 2 hours long?
And yeah, I thought the Great Thief was on sabbatical.
Oh, hold on to your hat because she's back in business. Alright, let's do this. My first commission. I can't afford to mess it up.
First commission. Oh, she's so cute.
In that case, we better start looking right away. Where to begin?
Where did he go? Maybe he just went home.
This is gonna be the fun bit. Oh god. I remember this bit.
This is where everything just goes up.
We should see if Sean left any clues behind at the big building.
Hey, what are you doing giving orders? This is a Great Thief operation. I'm in charge now.
Is that so? Then what am I?
You're my assistant. First assistant to the Great Thief 𝐢𝐴2. Talk about an honor.
Been relegated to Thief's assistant.
Forever lucky, Edgeworth, until you get that badge back.
Let's go to work. Team 𝐢𝐴2, move out.
The taxi driver is still there. 12:10 p.m. Big building, plaza.
Alright, here we are. Ready? On 3. Just follow my lead. You'll be fine, okay?
What exactly are you talking about?
Even in the depths of night.
Ugh.
Hey, your turn. Keep up, will you?
Why are you making me do this?
Because the Great Thief 𝐢𝐴2 just arrived at the scene of the crime, dummy. How's anybody supposed to know that if we don't announce her appearance?
Maybe a thief, but I most certainly am not.
Gah. Fine, I'll do it on my own. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the Great Thief 𝐢𝐴2.
Very much aware of who you are, thank you. Now shall we get on with this investigation?
Ugh, you're no fun at all.
We don't have time for fun. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We better get started.
Alright, well we have the photo. Let's show it to a few people and see if it jogs any memories.
Woo! Hi, Taco! How are you? Nice to see you. Doing well?
Okay.
We have another reoccurring character here, which I'm actually in pain and thinking about voicing. But we're investigating in front of the big building for once. Who'd have thought? Crazy. So we'll go from right to left. I think oh no, that I think that is important. We can stay left or right. That's okay. Oh, I guess we can't go here unless we talk to him, huh? Mr. Powers. Oh, he's as precious as ever.
Oh, hey, Mr. 𝐢𝐴2, long time no see. Wait, you're... This is Will Powers. He's an action star I met on an old case. He's also the man behind the mask of the one and only Steel Samurai. Long time no see indeed.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, Great Thief. Mr. 𝐢𝐴2 has been working as my assistant.
Good to meet you, but thief? Mr. 𝐢𝐴2 has been assisting a thief?
Let's not worry about that for now.
We'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's alright. Oh, sure. I don't know if I can be of much help to you, but sure. So it'll be one of Sean's work colleagues. Guess we better just dive right in.
Look at my badge.
Huh? What's this? Do you think I could use it in a performance or an action scene or something? Oh, that would be cool.
It would. Sadly, I don't think it would be suitable for that.
Oh, that's a shame. He seems genuinely disappointed.
About the incident.
I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, yes. But I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course. But if you're Kay here's assistant, I guess this is her case?
No, that's simply...
I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right. Of course, I'm in charge of this one.
I don't encourage her.
Alright, I need you to give me straight answers. First of all, this case, have you noticed anything perhaps you could give me your impressions?
Is that supposed to sound like me? My impressions? I guess my main concern is, no offense to the victim at all, but is it all over for the production? Are we done? I can't help but worry. It's probably safe to assume that you are, at least for now. Right? I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have the location for much longer either. Because you're due to finish shooting soon. No, because they're due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long. They were letting us use it while they got ready to make a start.
Guess the plan was to shoot the rest on a lot back at Global Studios.
We're so worried about everything. What with people spreading all these rumors too?
Rumors?
Yeah, this journalist keeps coming around. Y'all's been hiding real monsters on that there set of yours. Y'all can't do that. I'm gonna expose y'all. She's always saying stuff like that.
I think I know exactly who this journalist might be.
Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought you maybe knew her.
But you're not, are you? Hiding real monsters, I mean?
Are you kidding? If they had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job.
He's right. Creature features. So you've been working hard on the movie?
Yeah, it's the first time I've been on a reboot of an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me and everybody else at Global Studios.
Friendly to put this kind of energy into making a new Still Samurai show or something. What role are you playing in this one?
Me? Torosaurus himself.
No way! So you're the star?
Huh, oh well, not quite. I'm in a costume, see? My face won't ever appear on screen.
Really? So that's pretty amazing. I wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometime? I'd settle for just climbing inside one of the horns.
I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. You can't really climb inside that part.
Oh, I get it. Because I'm an outsider, right?
That's not the issue at all here, okay? Sean Fenn. Can I ask you a couple of questions about Sean?
Sean? Oh yeah, Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him.
Does he do that a lot?
Yeah, kinda. If we take 5 mid-shoots, you look around sometimes and he's just gone.
Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to?
Sorry, no. I did see him leaving the set though.
Huh? You did? And where was he headed?
He got on the side bus. But I was checking some equipment over and by the time I looked back he was gone.
The side bus? I wonder if he left any clues behind. Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers?
Sure! You have to excuse the mess though.
Alright, let's see what we can find. We now have access in. We can now properly left to right. Hi, Ver! Yes, more AA. We're in the final stretch of the case, so yippee! Yippee! We'll see if I can clear it in time, but I feel like I'll finish it next week. Just because I know that this one's a long one, so I'm not sure how long I'll take on it. Hick. How were your final pulls? I missed that, unfortunately. The character banner was an absolute disaster, I'll say that, but I expected it fully. It's like... It's what I expect of my account. Character banners are fucking whack. It's either I'm weirdly, like, lucky, or, like, I go straight, like, hard pitting. Lose my 50-50. So that is exactly what happened in the character banner. The Lycone banner was very nice to me, though, for some reason. So, as good as it could have gone, right? My goal that stream was just to get E6 Yukong, and that took a total of, if I remember correctly, 200 like 8 pulls or something? 200 pulls? Pretty unfortunate. That was 5 copies of Yukong that I had gone. Imagine if I didn't have Yukong at all. Holy shit. Yeah, no. Oh, for anyone that was wondering, by the way, I totaled how much of it, like the distance between E5 Yukong to E6, like how many pulls it took after getting E5 Yukong for me to get E6. It was 100 and something. It was 100 pulls for me to get the last Eidolon of Yukong. Pretty fucking bad. 100. that was just the one last Eidolon for Yukong. Oh, the things I do for women, guys. Even though Pride Month was already done. Pride Month's finished and yeah, I kept going like a fool. But yeah, no. That was a situation, but at least I hit my 200 quota for Archer's Cone. That's all that really mattered to me, to be honest. Just lost 50-50 twice. Oh god. Did she come home early at any point, or was it all hard, like, pity? Oh, that hurts. Speaking of, have you seen the new special program for 𝐢𝐧𝐟𝐨? That looks so hype. They just gave us a free 10-fold. Just out of buttfuck nowhere. Crazy. But find him, but something was off. He has long dark bluish color and kept rambling about something unreachable paradise or something. Like, I think you got a different variant of Finon. That's insane. Must be mutated species or something. Oh, pain. I mean, personally, I'm kind of envious. I'm not gonna lie. I got Himiko, so I'm like more than happy with that because I didn't think I would ever see an Idu Himiko this year, I'll be honest. That's a weird thing for me to say, but that's just kind of how my luck is. Like, the 2 characters I wanted the most was Himiko or Lady. I was kind of sad that it wasn't Lady. I'm not gonna lie. I really want Ichi Lady, just so that his crit rate is a bit better in battle. Since I usually use them only with Remembrance Trailblazer. Since I'm using Hyacint's second cone. So I need him to get a better crit ratio with the E2. Also, I just want to use Bladey more now that he's buffed. It feels great, by the way. I need to do the new Apocalyptic Shadows. I need to do that after stream. I can't just cheese it with Finon, but there's something that I'm trying and I'm gonna make myself go insane. I really don't need to do this, but when you know there's like a cheat mode, I'm the kind of person that is like inclined to like not using cheat mode until I've like snapped, and so that's what I'm gonna do to myself after stream. But oh my god, were you trying for Finon, or were you like just trying for like on a whim? I know people want to try for the Fate banner. Speaking of, it should only be a few days now until unlocks, so I can't wait to see everyone's experience when that happens. It's in like 2 days or something? 3 days? 3 days? I don't know. Soon. Too soon. My feed's gonna be absolutely destroyed. Because I remember seeing her, they have like a little like teaser video for her. The wooden figurine looking thing that's supposed to be based off like a real life figurine of hers. It was like a meme. I don't know the context of that. Point is, I saw a video about it, meaning that teaser is supposed to signify that the banner is coming soon. That's the point. For Yukong Eidolons, yes. I did that for Yukong Eidolons. Cause here's the thing, right? Cause I knew I wasn't gonna win the 50-50. Like if you watch back on the stream, guys, I was locked in. I didn't care. Like I brushed over it quickly and kept going for Yukong. Because I know how my luck works. And so I knew I was going to lose that 50-50 and I have to go hard pity for final. And because I knew that I was going to at least sink 160 pools. Like maximum, right? On the banner. Which would have cleared a good amount of the 200 requirement for Archer's light cone. Because I knew that was going to happen. My brain's like, well, that means I can full send trying for Yukong. Right? Since she's been E1 since like the first year of the game. I haven't gotten a single Eidolon of hers since she came out in 1.1. I did not see that bitch. Even though the time that she finally did what? She get her first rate up was last year, like mid last year or something. It took so long for her to finally go back on rate up, and it was a banner that I wasn't pulling on, which was absolutely disastrous. And then she went on rate up again on a banner that I wasn't trying for. But like, even on the off chance, she still never fucking came home, and I don't know why. But yeah, no. She's E6 now, and I'm happy. That's all I care about. Summer arc, yeah! Are you pulling for any other characters? So we've got Miyabi and Yanagi on up again, which is a crazy fucking combination, by the way. I'm personally wanting to wait for Trigger's rerun. So I really regret not getting her, but then what could I do? I was trying for Vivian Hugo too, so I had to save. But I will get her this time. I promise, Trigger. I promise. I need to pick up all the not Python fans. Trigger and Vivian protecting the siblings. Got Celia again instead of final. Ooh, that was good because I can put relics on Archer and he comes out. Oh, that's so cruel. Speaking of, I actually don't know what is his kit again? I want to like, I guess for any quantum character, the quantum set is just like fantastic. I don't really have a good sets of it. I think I'm just gonna leave him on displayed. I'm not gonna lie. I'll build him. You know what? I'll do the fates. Wait, actually no. I said this to my friend. If the fate story, like I don't know anything about Fate's Day Night, so I don't know how everything's gonna happen. But like in the event that some like crazy tension happens between Lancer and Archer, I'll consider building Archer. Because I think he's just gonna have to stay sitting looking pretty until I fix my relics. Because I'm like forcing myself in the caverns right now. Like I need to fix relic sets. I can't be dilly-dallying anymore. I gotta stop procrastinating. I gotta lock in. I need to fix these sets, dude. I don't want to. I hate relic grinding, but I gotta lock in. I can't stand it. I think I looked at there was a Venturine that had like, if I remember correctly, like 49 out of like 190 crit ratio. Crazy! And they had like 136 speed and 4200 defense. That will Venturine, he's just a support. What do you do? Why is that crit ratio better than like a good amount of my like DPSs already? Foul, absolutely foul. I remember looking at that set and thought to myself, well, I need to try harder. I need to do better. Plus LA2, the audience need more buff for the HP inflation. Especially Celia. Honestly. Celia deserves it the most, but I wonder if they're trying to do something with Celia if they haven't like tried to buff her. Because I feel like it's the most obvious to buff her, but maybe like with the current characters that we have buffed. It's more that they have like a... They have more... Yeah, I don't know. They've still had like decent like usage rate or like I guess amount of fans. Poor Sailor fans are very like one in a few. They've dimmed out sadly. The queen's lost her throne, but she deserves it back. So hopefully they do like a big old booster buff. But I get if they can't do much just because she's a hunt unit. Hunt characters require very specific like kit, I guess, if they want to like make sure they can maintain longevity, you know, so that they can survive longer. Early pause, so I can still try to get fine. Oh, early at least though. Well, good luck to you. When you go to try for fine on. Harpity twice, 85, 87. Anything after 85, yuck. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, man. She's playing hard to get. Holy shit, she's mean. He's on. Why? I'll pull for the new support. Oh, what's her name? I know the other one's called Alice. 𝐢𝐧𝐟𝐨? 𝐢𝐧𝐟𝐨? Yes, I got it right. Oh my god. My memory does work, guys. Holy shit. My brain does work. 𝐢𝐧𝐟𝐹 from the Spook Shack. I don't know if I want to get her. Like, I want to consider her because I own Jane. If that makes sense. But like, if anything, I should have gone for her engine. Either way, right? I don't know. I don't know if I want to consider her, but I should probably save Rodrigo. I should lock in and save Rodrigo. So unfortunately, I won't be pulling this patch, huh? Or the next patch, I mean, not this patch. Next ZZZ patch. I will say though, at least there's new skins. Python skins means I win anyways. I'm getting something out of that patch. I don't care. Fantastic, lovely, free skins. Ah! They want to drain us, dude. I can't believe they're making so many more skins. I'm assuming it's because it's like anniversary? Not really. Even though anniversary was this, I don't know. The date of the anniversary is kind of weird. Failure buff, honestly. It's either they buff Sailor or they like, you know what? I'm trying to think. Because Bronya is a support, not support, incorrect. Brain, she's a standard. The other S. She's a standard, so they probably won't buff standard characters ever. My brain's like, well, if you're gonna buff Sailor, you should buff them both together. That's what I would say. But Bronya's just fine. She's still very usable. That is actually a good like alternative support. Or like the current BIS for it. Fine on, I guess. I would say, personally, I could slot someone else in over Bronya. Either way, advanced forward is always going to stay meta. So, Sailor, one day I'll pray for you. Maybe the mono quantum girlies will come back in a fucking flood. They'll destroy everyone. I need her on my miyuu team. Ah, I see. And anyone that helps miyuu. New Buckaloo Shells was worse
The previous one I barely reached 6600. Is it? Is it? Actually, no, you're right. That is correct. Because Fine on Jesus is fucking insane. But like the few attempts that I made without using Fine on, so I was trying to go for sustainless anaxia. Don't do that. I'm just kind of crazy in the head. He did the damage, that's for sure. The mechanics on Flame Reaver's side is very mean though. But we'll see what I do with Apocalyptic Shadows. There's something that I want to try. And I'll try my very hardest to figure it out. Anyways. I wonder if I should pause it, stop it here for today. I'm not gonna lie. I might just leave this like the rest of this investigation for tomorrow's stream, because if I remember correctly, this like trails down a certain way. Like, yeah, things are only gonna get more intense if I remember correctly once I finish this investigation. My brain was thinking, oh, maybe I could keep powering through, but I probably should stop here after looking at the time. Since unfortunately for Monday streams, currently, Miyuu can't stay up too late, but she'll make it up tomorrow, trust me. I'll make it up tomorrow. Warrior's Patch was so mean to me, I lost some Castries and now Fine on. It's because they're the meta characters, aren't they? God forbid the game lets you win at anything. Lets you like cheese through the meta. God forbid. That is very mean though. Amphorius, you know what? With how like the Amphorius storyline is, yeah. Yeah. Of course it's mean. It makes sense actually. Yeah, no, I'll probably call it here for today. Sorry for the sudden abrupt pause in the investigations, even though I already kind of started on it, but I'll continue. I mean, only talk to Powers, that's kind of it. Gee, like you need to talk to Powers to unlock like that little corner and continue investigating anyway. So other than that section, I mean, like it's basically the start of the investigation. But yeah, that will stop here for today. Thank you everyone that has dropped by the stream today, and thank you to those that have also stayed through and watched. I'll be continuing more investigations, final case tomorrow, and I'll do a longer stream to make up for it. Because I can't stay up unless I jinx it, but knock on wood, I think it'll be fine. And then I'll also do drawing stream this Saturday. There's my two streams of this week. I think I'm only doing a drawing stream, honestly, this Saturday. There isn't really much else for me to say, honestly. Or to do, yeah. But if I ever change my mind, I'll say something, of course. But yeah, it's probably just gonna be drawing. We lost 50-51, so I managed to sell it, but it's always been high pity. Ouch! Heck. I'm trying to remember, I think... I'm pretty sure Anaxia's banner is the only banner that I've had that's been the nicest to me in like the entirety, I think. No, incorrect. No, it was still 82. My bad. Virtual liar. It's only Sparkle holds the title of the fastest unit to come home, I fear. Well, I guess Anaxia is the only one. He's the only one that I've gotten a 1 and a 50-54. Everyone else I've lost. I'm used to seeing it. I'm used to seeing high 70s. Pities. That's fine. I'm fine. This is fine. Such is the life of gambling. Gas Trivia and Cypher. Ouch!
At least you won the 50-50s. Yeah. But high beauty still hurts though. Okay, I'm someone that's used to expecting 50-50 losses, so that's why I always get focused on like what 4 stars to pull, because they're harder. Like the only comfort I have with me, right, is that at least 5 stars are guaranteed. 4 stars aren't guaranteed. And they haven't updated the shop. They only did this for 𝐷𝐷𝐷 in the last patch, but for anyone that remembers to write this down in the survey, please tell them to do the same format that they did in 𝐷𝐷𝐷, where the monthly like 4-star, or like in 𝐷𝐷𝐷's case the A rank, is any character, any selection whatsoever, rather than 2 characters on rotations. So I don't know if it's the same in Genshin, but I know it had always been like that in Genshin for a really long time. So selection, 4-star selection to those brackets me that like 4 stars and want to try and pick them up on the monthly rotation. Thanks. Write in your surveys. Anyways, yes. Thank you once again everyone for coming to today's stream. Once again, more tomorrow. If not, I'm gonna do a drawing stream this Saturday so we can chill together. Yeah, with that, remember everyone, go hydrate, go eat if you haven't already. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Always put yourself first, or you'll die from hay fever like me. Beware the pollen demon. To those that have stayed up to tonight's stream, go rest up now. Thank you for staying up. To those on the other side of the world, do have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you... day. Good rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Good night. Bye bye. Me signing out. Bye 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 bye. I'm gonna go.